What up? What up? Episode 72 in the books. I had Adam come over yesterday, and we recorded a couple and a half hours, maybe a little over 2 hours of a podcast, just because he reached out to me and said, hey, I was having this conversation with somebody, and I realized, man, this could probably be a podcast. And so I think when he asks me to come over and record, I think I got to jump on that opportunity because he's busy and just about to get busier. So he came over, spent a couple hours yesterday afternoon. I said, hey, let's do something different. Why don't you wear a costume since we're going to be on video? And he did. And so Adam and I were in costume. So if this is something that you typically listen to via audio only, you may think about heading over to YouTube and or Spotify and watch this episode in video format where we are wearing our costumes. But anyway, it's just a general craziness between Adam and I, some nonsense, some real topics that he had written down, and just shenanigans. But anyway, it's a good old-fashioned brotherly podcast coming up next. Thanks. See ya. Can you talk into the mic a little bit?
Yeah, what would you like me to say? Yo, young as a buck and ready to fuck. I seen your mom the other day, and boy, she doesn't suck.
It's different when they're talking about moms. When you're talking about my mom the other day.
I forgot it. Your mom is my mom.
We share moms.
Yeah, that's true.
Not like...
she doesn't suck.
We don't share moms in the fact that, like, if I have a mom...
Eiffel Tower.
Like, I don't share my wife with you. Man, everything's super loud today.
What is it?
I don't understand what's going on.
DDA?
What is DDA?
Dick, ass. Like, where they have two dicks in the vagina or the butthole.
Oh, that's a DP, or no?
No, it's not. Is it DDP? DPD?
Double dick penetration?
Two dicks in one vagina hole? I feel like it's usually an ethnic thing.
So, man, it must just be these microphones, because as soon as you lifted your head up and spoke over it, it was like nothing. Yeah.
Are these new microphones?
That one is brand new.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, way better.
So talk like directly fucking...
Yeah, Jared did a really good job. He's going to yell at me for saying that. Jarrett. Man, I had us way up the other day. What in the fuck is going on here?
His volume, his audio was great.
His audio is great.
You seem far.
Yes, but why is it so fucking loud today? I don't understand. I know this whole setup is different, but it shouldn't be that fucking different.
No. What?
I just don't understand what the fuck is going on here.
I think you're very keen on the details.
You fucking called me and made some half smart ass fucking comment about it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like
it is a big deal.
It's just I thought you were too quiet.
I was too quiet, and it was driving me nuts when I was editing the fucking. It was really bad when I was editing the video, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't even fix this."
Oh
my god,
my tourniquet.
Return to me,
salvation.
So like, that sounds horrible in my headphones. But I
don't have headphones on.
You don't need headphones. I'm gonna take these off in a second. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here.
It's okay.
Keep talking, bitch.
All right. What would you like me to say?
I think it's my headphones.
I can lay me down and spread me out. 37 years of hard dick, not a doubt. Bend me over and smack my ass 37 times out in the grass. Thick calves that moo like a bowl, round and hot, put butter on my roll. No jelly, no jam, not even a ham, just butter. Yeah, hot butter. Oh my, you see how old this is?
Yeah, I do now. I do now that you're climaxed with hot butter.
So I went through my notepad and went way back and found some interesting stories.
I like it.
That never came to fruit.
Why? Why did we never do those?
They were, I would sit like in the bathroom or something and start writing a rap to record.
Yeah.
And then I never recorded them.
Oh.
Did it just change when I moved the sound?
No.
The audio?
It's fine.
Okay.
So I realized that I think I have a bad, so this, I've talked about this. This mixer is old. And I think it's starting to go. Like the connection for my headphones works, but it's scratchy sounding. But it shouldn't be scratchy sounding. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with anything. It's just me. It's just All my own shit.
It's in the basement, not being used.
It's time for an upgrade, and I'm not financially ready to do that.
You want the one in my basement? I'll give it to you.
No, I need new.
Well, new. Elisa's. Those are nice. Isn't that a nice?
Yeah, but it's 14 years old.
Oh, it's older than me.
12 years old.
That's older than my love life.
Oh
no,
do we need to talk about that?
It'll be a 15-year. I mean, I lost my virginity. Yeah,
15 years ago.
Yeah, that was my first time having sensual pleasures. Oh, here we go. Oh, what? I thought you were cracking a.
I don't have anything.
Is that coffee?
Yes.
Okay. God, I'm glad this is on camera.
I'm trying to keep it exploding all over the place.
Explode.
Like a big black dick.
Let me check something here.
Okay.
Let me know when you want to record.
Okay. We're hot.
Okay.
I mean, we've been hot. We've been hot for a while. But I did my clapper. So
we decided to wear clothes, so you're welcome.
Nobody has any idea what you're talking about.
You're not. Well, that's all they need to know.
No, we're going to elaborate on it. Elaborate on it. Go for it.
All I know is my mother had requested that we don't record in the nude at all, and that we keep things safe and secure and healthy.
Safe and secure.
Then I immediately got a phone call from you that Mom said that, and that we should probably record with no clothes on, or at least like a Speedo that you could blur out.
Right. So it's been a very eventful Sunday. Waylon had my son had hockey this morning, which he got a slice on his arm from a hockey skate. He had to leave the game early. We had to take him to the emergency room to get stitches, which wasn't it wasn't a horrible amount of stitches. Like it bled like he was in big trouble.
It was a gaper, but
it was a little concerning at first. But it was just a few stitches, and so everything was fine. Then we went out to lunch. Thankfully, my parents were at the game, and they took the girls home. But when we picked them up from their house, she's like, no, my mom said, no more eventfulness on today. Like, let's keep it chill for the rest of the day. I was like, well, Adam's coming over to record a podcast, so there's no telling, what we can get into. And she's like, just keep don't do. What did she say? Don't get naked.
Which is just our sweet mother, I think, truly believes
that we get naked.
We do the worst shit possible.
Yeah,
on here.
Naked.
Naked.
Together.
So not only does she worry about what we say and do, she thinks it's in the nude.
Naked.
Come on, Mom.
While recording.
We're not that gay.
We were almost that gay.
I came prepared. I have a very small pair of underwear.
I didn't even leave the driveway. And I called Adam. I was like, if you're still at home, Mom just gave me a great idea. Because I don't think there's many podcasters that are podcasting naked.
So I can see from like the camera, you would just see me. You would see the unfortunate side of me. Well, there is no fortunes.
I would have adjusted where the cameras were.
Oh, yeah. Like
to
up
see
here.
Your legs and your upper.
It'd have to look down on me.
And then that camera for my upper and my legs.
Well, could you imagine the cameras on the ground looking up?
Yeah.
I just got a little bit of a boner.
So we were really close to doing that. And then I saw Adam in the car with his cut-off flannel shirt and a wig. And I thought, well, that's the answer.
I knew I was bringing a wig just regardless. Regardless.
My comment to him was, if you're going to come over and record, we're going to be on video, so bring a costume. Which sounds dumb as hell.
And I don't have I don't have any costumes. I just have wigs.
That wig
and a gorilla mask.
That wig is unreal.
You know what's something interesting is my business is called Taco Grilla. And to me, it's very obvious. You probably knew this all along, but people tend to think it's Grilla.
Because it's Mexican food?
Yeah, I guess. But like the guy one of the owners of the actual rail yard forever called it Taco Grilla. And then some guy on the phone the other day called it Taco Grilla. Grilla. Hoo-hoo!
Well, so I also have this problem where I get my video out and I forget to hit the red button for record. And so then I do all this shit and I pretend it seems like I'm recording and I'm not actually recording. And I go to put my phone away and hit the red button and it starts recording.
So imagine doing that jerking off.
Dude, that's a huge problem for dudes that use their phones to hunt deer with.
Oh, that's a even better point.
They think that they're recording and they're not. And then they miss everything.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
And there's also people that will like double punch the record button on the Insta360 and they miss everything.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Which I have definitely done.
So my last video I did, the deer from this last winter, I had my camera in. So the first buck that walked in of the year, my camera almost missed it. So when I was recording this,
Like missed the deer?
in the video,
Yeah.
yeah. So then this time I had the video on 0.5, and it bums me out every time I have a video on like YouTube, and it bums me out because I want to rewatch it, the kill shot, and you can't see shit. It's like
Because
this big.
Because you are 0.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So that's the tricky thing is when you're recording with your phone, I've heard people say, do not zoom in with your phone. Just leave it at one power.
Yeah.
Get the whole thing. Just get the whole thing in frame, and then when you're editing it, you can zoom in and focus.
Right.
It still will take away from the clarity, but at least it's not blurry as fuck.
Well, and I would have been even zooming in at 0.5. You can't see anything. The video. It's just terrible. It ruins everything. So it bums me out because that's kind of what happened. Is I want to relive that moment. That's why I basically do the videos, and then I can't. Because I fucked up the video.
So what's your plan for this year then, as far as filming?
Same thing, but leave it in one. I just didn't. That first deer came right under me.
Gross.
I wasn't expecting that, so I just almost missed that angle.
I
I took too drastic of a measure by going into 0.5.
Yeah. I completely understand why you did it. Because I do get stressed when I use my phone to record.
Yeah, I'm like, I just want to encapsulate as much as I can, video-wise. But you don't need to. At 20 yards, just be in one. It's fine. Anyways,
it's all right.
To the earth.
At least you did what you did do.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, but it still bums me out personally that I can't see the details. So, whatevs.
Well, when I shot my big deer in Illinois, the first question somebody asked me was, did you get it on camera?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer was absolutely not.
Well, I probably asked you that when you called me, too, because the first thing you always used to ask me was, did you get it on film?
Yeah.
Did you get it on film? And I was like, no. And I realized I never used to be able to film, ever. Now it's pretty easy.
Yeah, well,
normalized.
Once you get comfortable with what you're doing, period, I think everything gets to be an easier process.
Yeah. So I'm sure that was the first thing I asked you. Get on video, and you were probably like, nope.
Yeah, I did not get my opening night doe kill on camera this year. And I don't remember why. Like, why did I not? Oh, because she came in on the other side of me. And she was staring right at me.
You were caught.
There was no way I could get the camera on her.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen your other video. You haven't done anything with that.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
No.
This morning I was drinking coffee at 5 a.m. on YouTube watching old Angel Road videos.
Really?
Yeah, like
why?
your
do you
recaps.
Do that?
I haven't in a while. I watched Blasey's Iowa buck video, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go see if
I want to watch something substandard.
Yeah,
something less.
Let's go downhill.
Let me watch something that's very poorly done.
That's what it was. It's just me in it's me in your basement talking about my gun season.
The big black sheep.
Yeah, and I'm just like, wow, this is kind of boring. And I'm fast forwarding, and there's no video. All we can do is talk about it. Yeah. I'm like, it kind of bums me out but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know how to hunt yet.
I don't even know that I really necessarily want to put out. Like, I don't know that I want to record video of my hunts anymore for anybody else necessarily.
Yeah.
I'm almost exclusively.
It's 90% for you anyways.
I would like to put together a long format story of shooting a deer. So, I was telling Jarrett the other day, like, I want to record when we go to Illinois, like that kind of stuff, which we did, which I still have. I want to record like all the bullshit, like the B-roll stuff. I want to make sure that I record.
You laying in bed and me drinking Starbucks.
Sure, that kind of stuff. And so that when I finally do get a deer killed on camera, like I can put together a whole story. Whether anybody else enjoys it, I don't even care. It's really like, I put together a whole story instead of a 15-second video on my phone of the buck that walked straight into me, got spooked, turned around, and I shot him and he ran away and died. Like, I didn't grab the camera, take it with me for the blood trail. I did do some post-recovery film, so that's cool. But like, all of the B-roll doesn't exist because I didn't do anything of it.
And it felt good. It was fun on the inside feeling. Tickled me insides to sit down this morning and be like, I'm going to go catch up on like old shit we did.
Yeah.
Whether it was good or not. So
It was good.
I mean, there's just it reminds me of like those moments where I was sitting in the field on the ground with my gun, and
Yes.
that little buck walked right up to me. But I had none of the. Anytime I actually killed an animal, there was no way in hell I was getting the camera on. But I also think I was using a different camera. I was not using my phone. You gave me a camera
A little camcorder.
that zoomed in, and I remember having that in Kansas too,
Mhm.
and I just could not manage that.
You got a camera arm and everything,
Yeah. So and then I ended up just switching to my phone.
which you still use the camera arm and your phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
An old phone. I have my old iPhone as my
Yep.
camera phone. Yep.
And
So-
you think you'll still plan on using that?
I don't see why not. I don't care
I am.
enough to like I'm not a pro skater. So.
You don't need like a remote with a external microphone and everything.
The only thing that would be cool is when you do like when you got that video shot of you, the double angle, like the angle of you
Yes.
plus the angle.
I love that.
That would be cool to have, but it is mostly for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't because I mean in my mind nobody's ever going to watch that. Like I put that on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like there might be one person in this entire world that ever clicks on this, but they're going to immediately turn it off. So it's basically just for me.
Yeah.
So that's all it is.
Yep.
I don't need a new camera.
I
I'm good
plan
with
on
that.
doing that too. I plan on using my old iPhone. I plan on using that Insta360 and then doing the same shit, except
Does that go on your chest?
it could. I take that exact setup and that tower will collapse into just kind of like a little one. And then I have an external battery pack in my backpack, which I gave you one of those as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I plug that USB-C cord into it, and then I take that thing and stick it in the pocket of my backpack. So my backpack's hanging on my gear strap. That thing is in the side pocket, turned on, pointed at me.
Is it always filming?
It's always on.
It doesn't shut off.
It's on. You can adjust it. It's on a loop, so it records every 15 minutes. It will erase and start over.
Oh, sex.
So the bad part is if you get something and forget to hit stop and it rolls over that 15-minute mark and erases it,
Mm-hmm.
which happened last year. Yeah.
That's nasty.
So anyway,
Richard.
but it's nice. It's easy. It's simple.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's just like my
I
women.
like that. Garth Brooks. That's two podcasts in a row. I mentioned Garth Brooks. The fuck.
Da fuck.
So
William Dafoe.
if anybody doesn't know,
Willem da fuck.
Willem DeFaggot is here. You do look like a lesbian.
I feel like a lesbian.
I didn't notice it until you put your head down. Yeah. When I see less of your face.
And I wore this the whole drive over here and would like look at cars. It's amazing how people don't look at you. And I remember this in college because one of my roommates' his name was Kyle, and his thing was he would grab your hand in the middle of a public place and hold it hard and hold it up in the air like so everybody could see like we're holding hands. And eventually it doesn't matter. Like you just
Correct.
go along with it. But you would look around and nobody ever gave a fuck. Nobody looked. And I'm like, I can't believe how many people don't actually look at you.
Dude, there's a video somewhere of you guys in spacesuits walking through Great Lakes Crossing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like tights. You guys were in fucking tights.
So that
and
exists.
Moon boots and a thong and a helmet.
Huh.
And nobody gave a fuck that you were walking through the mall.
Yeah,
like
I couldn't
that.
believe it. I can't believe. So like, I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about, but you can be super gay and nobody cares.
Yeah.
Oh, me driving over here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you not look over it? You know somebody's looking at you. How do you not look over it? I think people are that uncomfortable.
I don't think I could look away.
And that awkward.
Yeah.
I'd have to look.
If I catch somebody picking their nose, I look.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing, I think I always look if I can tell someone's right next to me, because that's kind of an unwritten rule that you don't pull up next to somebody.
You stay just a little
staggered,
you stay
either forward or back,
so you
slightly.
can't stare right into their window.
Yeah, but if you pull right up next to somebody, I think you have to look because that's not.
Yeah,
I got caught by the penis calendar again.
Yeah, you did.
I was going to ask you, but I already know the answer.
What were you going to ask me?
If it's a
penises?
dick.
Yeah, it's dick.
We did this. This is a repeat of the
We've
last
done this
podcast.
dance. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm in a fucking barber chair.
It's not a comfortable barber chair.
No,
either.
it's not.
But that was free, so I
don't
like
have
it.
a guy with a nice stiff beard trimming me up.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the videos where
So they shove their fingers in the guy's
they run or they like kiss their forehead or whatever?
Yeah.
When he's fading up his
but he
beard.
like stick his glove finger
all
in the
the
mouth,
way in there.
and then until
He fish hooked him
Yeah.
just to tighten up his mustache.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those videos. But I'm really into Derek Washington now. This is Derek Washington.
It is
We're
Derek
gonna do a
Washington.
Spanish lesson today.
Why do you like him so much?
Pencil is lápiz arroyo.
Do you like his?
I don't know what it is. I love that you texted me, you're like, I love this guy. And I think it's just that he's, like I made the comment today that I think, I believe almost, I was watching my kids and I'm like, they're retarded.
Oh, okay.
And then I was thinking to myself, and I said this to Kelly while we were eating lunch right before I came over here. I think like autistic kids are actually not. It's like my kids are the retarded ones.
Really?
Yeah, like it's actually flip-flopped. Like
Oh,
we're the
explain.
retards. Like autistic people like are really typically very like smart,
Okay.
overly smart.
Uh-huh.
Like their brains are processing things at a level that like we can't even fathom.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I was watching my ding-dong kids out on the trampoline just doing dumb shit. And I was like, I think they were just throwing the ball at each other's faces like a rubber basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that is retardism at its greatest. So, like, if you actually think, what if it's actually flipped around?
Man, I have not heard anybody discuss this before. You may be onto something.
Because I like special needs people better than I like regular humans.
Yeah,
Not that they're not regular humans. You get what I'm saying?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Just like, I don't know. Like, I like we said this the other day. I like black people better than I like white people.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because I've had enough of white people. This is exactly what I said. It's over. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's too many. The liberals have taken over the white population.
Yeah, but don't you? And this is
I like some way. I like you.
thanks.
But like my brother-in-law is kind of black and
Kind of black.
He's way nice.
Does he call himself that?
They call themselves red.
Kind of black.
Yeah.
What are you? I'm kind of black.
I would say you're mocha or cappuccino, and he'd be like, "No, we're red."
Yeah, he is red. You can see
It's
that
Caribbean.
too.
I don't know.
Right.
It's black. It's all black. Everybody's black.
So
We're all black.
There was a podcast the other day with Theo Von and Joe Rogan, and Theo was saying that or maybe Joe was saying, or maybe it was Theo, I don't remember. One of the two was saying that maybe autism is not a negative. Maybe it's a positive. Maybe
Right.
it's God, I can't remember.
And we,
word
the
they were
stupid
looking.
people, have made it a negative. You get what I'm saying?
Sure, because they don't do the same things that we do. They don't think the same. They're not.
See the
they
problem
are-
with
yes,
people? Like,
yes.
we're all fucking dumb.
They are unencumbered by nonsense because they live in their own head. Now,
But there are.
there are troubles.
I don't know if
some have problems.
it'd be the emotional. So there's cognitive, emotional, physical.
Mhm.
Like, it's where they're violent. That's where you run into the
Correct. That's
problems.
a problem.
But I also feel that on the inside. I just don't let it out.
Sometimes you don't act
Like
on it.
when I want to rip a jaw off,
Yeah,
that
that
whole
right
thing,
there.
I don't actually go to somebody and say, "Okay, give me your mouth.
Give me your mouth.
Let me rip."
You
it
say
off.
that. You say that for something else.
Give me open your mouth.
Give me your mouth,
yeah,
boy.
wet your wet fucking mouth hole.
Give me your mouth,
your
boy.
slop suck.
Oh,
Put it in there,
Slop
spit
suck.
on it, gag on it. Gag on it, cry on it. Let me see the black tears, baby.
you like that when the mascara's running?
No, I like a clean oral
When the
session.
spit is thick and viscous and it's dripping off of her chin.
No, like when they're
or
pretty much,
his chin.
vomiting on it. Have we probably had this discussion as well?
Did you see Dakota post on Instagram today
Who's Dakota?
of Jackson and Dakota?
Oh, no.
Hey, bitches.
No, I haven't watched him in a while.
He posted today a screenshot from his DMs, and it was, "I'd love to watch your husband come on your face."
Oh, my gosh.
Or your cute little face. And his response was, "Whatever happened to, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Have a nice day." The opening correspondence was, "I'd love to watch your husband come
That's
on your
it.
cute
Somebody
little
was
face."
so I try to put myself in that other person's shoes, and you're sitting at home and you're watching Jackson and Dakota on a cruise talking about their drip.
Mm-hmm.
This is my Louis Vuitton. This is my wedding band.
From Dilliard's.
I'm going to get some ranch. And the first thing that goes through my head is, I got to text him.
Yeah.
I want to watch your husband come on your face.
It's so
And that's what I
fucking
go
crazy.
do. Like while I'm taking a shit, like that's my
Yeah.
text. No, I'm more of a, how you guys doing? How you doing today?
So do you think that
Will
guy,
you let your husband come on your face for me?
So you do break the ice. There are pleasantries.
You just all you need is give him at least one sentence, a nice regard me, and then you can jump into the unpleasantries.
Yeah,
if you will.
Man,
you got to start straight.
Ooh,
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And then
you can't let them know where it's going.
Yeah,
right off the bat, because you got to get them to let their guard down.
Correct.
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, so I'm way on board with that.
Yeah, as soon as you can get that hook, and it's like, all right, jack off your friend. All right, I'm going to drool on myself and getting some. My mouth is watering. We didn't do 3 hours today, or you want to talk?
We
about
can.
Shit? Okay,
we can. But you had reached out to me. You're like, hey, I need to talk.
Yeah, well, I started having you have these conversations with people, and then you're like, and as I'm doing it, I'm going, well, this is a podcast. This is a podcast.
You mean?
Yeah. So I immediately called you or texted you, and I'm like, we should probably record a podcast because I'm jotting things down, and it'll eventually take over to be a 6-hour podcast. The way that I don't shut up. So, anyways, and because we recently had the meeting, the NRC meeting, I think that stirred up a lot of things in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just, that are generalizations of people. They're not necessarily referring to the meeting, but some do.
Like what?
Well, let's see here. I'm going to pull one thing out here that isn't. It is from that. It's from what I hear a lot, but it's not strictly based on the regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we so afraid? This is it's all over the place to say that we like the trophy. It's always this bad. So everybody is I always hear people say. So some of the there was 2 speakers that were opposed to the regulation, the $1 regulation, and they're often saying to the people for it, "You're just a trophy hunter," and then the argument becomes, "Why are we just trophy hunters? That's that's not cool." Blah blah blah. And then I'm sitting here the whole time thinking, "Fuck, I fucking love the trophy, baby." That's part of it. You need the meat. But you also want the biggest fucking head on your wall that you can fucking get, so you can look at it and fucking drink your coffee while you get a Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a trophy. You want a trophy. Dick James Richard wants a trophy. Cornelius Fudge wants a trophy. The guy who said you're a trophy hunter wants the fucking trophy. So why has that become this thing to where it's negative if you want the head on the wall to be as big as fucking possible? So now it's become this thing where you don't want to say the wrong thing and be like, so everybody's like, no, I'm not just a trophy hunter. So that's it. The word just would be a thing for me. It isn't just the trophy. I want the trophy. I want the meat. I want the experience. I want nature, the woods, the sex. You know what I mean?
So I think what they're saying is, and this is just me hypothesizing, I think what they're saying is they don't like the people who are just trophy hunting. Because you just said it. You're like, well, I want a good experience, and I want to be able to put food in my freezer, and I want the trophy, and I want to try to do hard things.
Declarious that.
You want that. I want that. Most people want that. But they are, because it's and the reason I think that they're making that argument is because that argument sounds way better than them saying, I don't like the fact that these people have the ability to get big antlers, because it means more if you call somebody a trophy hunter than an outdoors person. Like this stupid outdoors people who care about everything that they do. I just don't get why saying somebody's a trophy hunter is stupid unless there has been a definition correlated with that. It diminishes the value of the resource to antlers. It's just a segment. It's just a piece of the puzzle to me. Correct. What I'm saying is if somebody says I'm just a trophy hunter, it is devaluing. You will cut the head off and leave. Correct. You are devaluing that living animal to its headgear only, and that is viewed as negative.
So once again, this is why people are fucking stupid. And I love a lot of. We all do it. Like it's all of us.
Yes.
But that's like saying you're Asian you're only Japanese or Asians. No, there's Chinese, there's Koreans. You can't just say. Does that make sense to you? Is that really terrible?
That was pretty bad.
To me, it makes perfect sense.
I know.
You're saying that a trophy hunter is only someone who cuts the head off and only wants the headgear, and that's it. Who made that definition? That is not right. That's not a right. That's not an Asian is not just a Japanese.
Culture did it when they started assigning a value to those things, an actual tangible value.
So what would you say to the kid that's in a hockey tournament that wants to win first place because he wants the trophy?
I would say
a dickhead is pulling out the fact that
yeah.
Everything means nothing except they just want that piece of metal in their hand at the end. They don't want the experience. They don't want the tournament. They don't want the game, the team, the ice. They don't want anything. That was hockey, by the way, in my mind.
Yeah.
Somehow we did that. We took out everything and just lumped in all these hunters as trophy hunters. And that only means you don't give a shit about anything else but the antlers.
Well, because I think there's people that are like that.
There are.
Yeah. What do you call them?
A piece of fucking shit.
Well, you can't say that at an NRC meeting.
Well, you should. But I'm just saying, don't get up there and look at somebody like Josh, because let's just be honest, that's what some of these guys are doing.
Correct.
And you're just a trophy hunter.
Yes.
Who gives a shit? Guess what? He fucking loves big antlers. Guess what? So do you cocksuck.
Right.
So it's just a terrible excuse.
Yes.
And I think it's fucking fairy dust powder that these fag fucks are using like... It really bothers me that it's frustrating me.
Yes.
That like that's become this thing to like we're so afraid to just say, yeah, I like the fucking trophy. I can't help it. I love the trophy. But I am not, you can't call me a trophy hunter. I will shove my dick in your butthole till it kills you. I'm not kidding. Or I'll rip your fucking jaw off your face.
You will not do that.
No, but like I'm not gonna hurt anybody. But like if you call me that, you're a fucking idiot. Walk beside me in the woods and you will know instantly. But you're generalizing and creating a negative from a positive, in my opinion. It is perfectly fine and a positive for someone to want to go in those woods and seek and destroy the most beautiful, sexual, mature animal. There's no problem with that. There's not a problem. That is not a problem. So don't be ashamed to say, yeah, I fucking love the trophy. And you shouldn't have to back it up by saying, I also love the meat. Like, stop fucking using that as a thing.
I do not necessarily disagree.
Well, you're thinking of a way to devil's advocate it.
No, I'm just trying to think of a way of a person to actually make everybody happy with how they respond. And I think what you're saying is you shouldn't have to make anybody happy with how you respond.
No.
You should just say, this is what I am, and this is just I'm legally buying my tags. This is the type of hunter I am. Suck a dick if you don't like it.
If you want to make it a type of hunter, but it can't be that. You created that as you're making, like I said, it's a positive thing to want a good trophy. All of a sudden, it's this bad thing, and people don't want to admit that they like the big trophy, and then the other side uses that as the negative to why people want $1. You don't give a shit about anything else. You just want to cut their fucking head off and put it on the wall as big as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I really would prefer not to shoot a spike.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my thing. I mean, I would like to let them have a couple more years of life just in general. Like, I don't want to kill a child. I mean, I'd rather it be an adult male. Like, I mean, what else do I have to say? If you were to, like, compare it to a human, what kind of head would you rather have on your wall? You'd want the oldest, biggest. You'd want Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger in his prime flexing those big dick muscles. Not as he got older and shrink, because just like a deer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you said flexing those big dick muscles, and I thought about like dick muscles, like a big, ripped, jacked, six-pack dick.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you get
just terrible.
I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask the community. to change that, please.
I do.
I'd like to put that on the regulation
I
table.
don't think it's too much to ask, but it is too much to ask. It'll never happen.
Yeah, I think it's. Unfortunately, I think we have to appease the cocksuckers.
Yeah.
If there wasn't that, like I always say, if there wasn't bad, there wouldn't be good. So whatever. I just think it's bullshit.
I believe
it's a weak excuse.
I believe wholeheartedly that if everybody were trophy hunters, that the sport would not be as good.
No.
So if you just agreed with me there, then you're saying that there has to be more to it.
I just don't think the word trophy hunter's appropriate for what we're actually saying it is.
What would you call it?
A killer? Like, you're not hunting. You're not a hunter. You're not getting...
But what are you killing for?
I guess that's the thing, is we're just saying a trophy, right?
So you're a trophy hunter. If you're just killing for the antlers, you're a trophy hunter.
That's not really... To me, it's not a real trophy.
That's your prize for winning the battle.
Well, the meat would be...
Even though they didn't know they were playing.
It'd be the whole experience.
For you.
So I'm just...
What I'm asking
so the guy
is,
that
what do you call the guy? What should
just
you
wants
call?
the head.
Yes, what do you call them?
That's a great question.
Because you want trophy hunter to not be assigned to that person.
To a negative
But what
thing.
do you call them then? Randy? Jefferson? Cornelius Fudge? Which is a name I just wrote down because you said it earlier.
Headhunter. I don't know, like a headhunter. Like a... I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but a trophy's a good thing.
So, okay. So then I'll make my argument again. If it's a good thing, though, if everybody just started trophy hunting, we would have a negative experience.
No, because now you're using that in a thing that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
You just associated the trophy hunting as only taking a head.
Correct.
I would consider myself a trophy hunter because I love, in addition...
That's not what we're saying. I'm saying the person who just hunts for the head, we're going to continue to call a trophy hunter. Unless you can come up with something else.
But either a worthless piece of shit or a headhunter.
Okay, so let's call them a worthless piece of shit. Okay? But you also want to not have negativity assigned to that name and what they're doing, because technically there shouldn't be
that is
ashamed
negative.
Of it. You just said they shouldn't be ashamed of it.
I should not be ashamed of wanting a big trophy on my wall.
So then neither should they.
You should, because that's all you do. There is nothing to your hunt other than going
out. So now
out
you're
and killing
judging them because they don't hunt like you.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong.
Ooh, big dick Adam
Hold
here.
on.
The judge, jury, and executioner.
You can't
here.
do this. You
Y'all
can't do that.
will hunt like Adam.
I don't think you need to hunt like me. If you only kill an animal for its head, you know damn well that is negative and you are a piece of shit. Okay. I don't care what you think. It's right. That is right.
Okay.
So for me to put into my whole mouth that I want you to hunt like me is not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I want you to love the experience. I want you to love the negative and positive about going in the woods. I want you to love nature. I want you to be closer to the woods. I want you to be closer to everything, the animals. I want you to honor that animal and get the fucking meat as a priority. Hunt the most mature animals you can. Take the meat if you absolutely need it. Of course, take it. And be happy and proud of the trophy that you put on your wall. And the bigger that trophy, just like any other trophy, the better it is. And be proud of it. You should not be proud if all you do is like that fucker in Illinois who went over there, killed the fucking animal, cut its head off, and left the body there to rot. You're a suck, fuck, cock piece of shit. And I don't care if we can't just say that.
But right now we're calling them trophy hunters.
Correct. That's too bad. Because I like trophies. But it's become this thing to where we can't say we like trophies. We can't admit that we like the trophy.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Well, yeah, you should. You're not an idiot. It's the truth. It's just I don't want to be ashamed to say that I like bigger deer. I want bigger deer. I want more mature deer. I want the big headset. I want certain sets of I want certain sets of antlers and the way they look, and I love them. They're sexy.
Do you get the vibe that most people won't acknowledge that they like that?
Correct, because when there's an argument going on, there's a defense that comes with that. So, I'm not a trophy hunter.
Well, I think people want to make it clear that they're not just trophy hunters. I think if you talk to them long enough, they'll acknowledge, I would rather hunt a larger deer with larger antlers in a more mature lifestyle that's more difficult for me. Like, I think most of them would acknowledge that they like that and prefer that. I think they're trying to lead with, I'm not just a. So, like, I'm pretty sure when Josh came over and we talked about it, he's like, I do want to shoot and hunt bigger deer.
Yeah.
I think they'll say it.
So then why are we using that as like a jab at somebody? Like,
oh, like you're just a trophy hunter?
You're just a headhunter. You know, like you only want one buck because you just want the head. But you can't generalize like that.
Because for the same reason that you just said what that person's doing who's cutting the head off and leaving the body,
because
they're
that
a
is
suck fuck duck or whatever
it
you
is
called
the
it.
Suck fuck asshole
so
thing
if
to
you
do.
call somebody that, it implies that guttural reaction of that person.
Because mine is a given. Mine is a 100% given. Yours is an assumption that person only wants the head. You're assuming that.
Because of the emotional response that it triggers.
So what's my assumption to somebody who only takes the head?
Same. What I'm saying is, if you're going to call somebody names, like when you call a black person the N-word, it means one thing, right?
Yeah. I don't really know what it means.
With a hard R. If you use a hard R and you say that word, it means one thing.
What does it mean, you think?
I don't know. What I'm getting at is, if you wanted to then have another argument with somebody and you call somebody that name, you mean the same thing towards that person that you did to them. And so if you're trying to make a point to the negative of this is not a good idea, you would go to whatever extreme you possibly could. Use the worst name calling you possibly could. Because in most people's minds, the term trophy hunter is someone who cuts the head off and ignores the resource after that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to put my Euro mount on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's what they're doing, is they're like, if I just call this person this name, nobody will hear anything else other than that. And that's all they're going to think of Josh, is Josh is a trophy hunter. But the fact of the matter is, we all know better. But they don't care to talk about that. I think it's just like, I got to call somebody a name.
And I think they know better, too. I think it's just a piss poor. Because
it's lazy.
It's an emotional response, like we talked about. There is no, when you don't have there's a tornado, hurricane maybe?
No,
tropical storm.
Man, sometimes when we're in this barn, so Uncle Adam and I are in the Beefcake Studio and Beat Laboratory, and this is a 152-year-old barn.
It's older than
152 years old. And sometimes when the wind gets a howling, she gets a shaking.
I'm not feeling very safe anymore.
And it doesn't sound great. I'm not going to lie. It sounds a little bit, it's pretty stout. This thing has seen some shit, if you know what I'm saying.
Like fucking murders and dead bodies.
Dead bodies for sure. Dead babies. Slaves, I would imagine.
No, slaves were way a long time ago.
There's slaves today.
No, those are the white people.
Not in America.
Little kids nowadays, it seems like.
Over in Niger, I believe, and Chad.
Chad, I just saw something about Chad today.
I love that there's a
that's
country
the whitest
in Africa
name
named
ever.
Chad.
Yeah, that's like Philip or Randall.
Kyle.
Kyle's a good, nice girl's name too.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's been really pestering me.
I see it. I see that.
So that's one of the things that really doesn't come from the meeting, but it's just something I've been hearing a lot lately. Is I don't know. That seems to be a big argument, and I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. But again, I think it's one of those things where it's like I gotta name call somebody to get my point across, and so this is the only
with data. Data is the biggest.
That little
thing.
Asian from Goonies.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. With the boxing glove in his chest. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I if you're ever in an argument on either side, you have to have, for me, in a situation like this, is data. Name calling doesn't work.
Yeah.
I will still think you're a piece of shit if you only take the head. That's just That can just be my opinion if you want it to be, but you agree. Everybody agrees, and that's fine, except for the guy that does it. And even at night, he thinks he's a piece of shit, and that's fine. Those people have problems. He probably jerks off with a belt around his neck. I don't care, but like...
Oh, now you're judging the way people masturbate?
Yeah, I mean...
So you don't like people that trophy hunt. You don't like people that masturbate and autoerotic asphyxiate themselves. What else don't you like?
Ugly fucking toenails. If you don't keep track, and where the toenails curl around your toe because they're so long. Oh my god!
What the fuck was I just gonna say?
I don't know.
God damn it.
We got carried away.
Fuck. Oh, I was gonna say, I processed my own deer this year, which you know.
Yes.
I am so not a trophy hunter that I felt guilty if I didn't do a good enough job getting all the meat off the bone. Like, if I knew that I could have done a better job processing that deer, I'm like, oh, there's got to be some stuff on that deer that I just missed.
So I
felt bad about it.
And that I will never understand how there is another option. I will never understand how there is a way a human being can do anything other than that.
So there is a generation of people. I think we were from the sweet spot where there's a generation of people older than us that are now getting this recognition that they never got in their lives, these accolades, like older guys shooting a good deer, and they've got Facebook, like old man Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
And now they got 42 people that have liked their story, like, oh, I'm fucking famous.
Yeah, I've only had Carl my whole life.
Carl and Trinity are the only ones that have ever said a good job to me.
Trinity.
And then there's also younger kids who have only ever been on the internet, and that's their only source of accolades now is if someone tells me online that I'm good. But we have a little bit of both. We had life before the internet, we had life after the internet, and we've had to figure out our way to get happiness from both. Like, we had to figure out how to be happy before the internet and now have to be happy on the internet. Like, we've really been fortunate. I honestly believe that our generation, our 10-year window, it has the best life experience of all people alive today. I firmly believe from probably 35 to 45.
Yeah.
So
maybe
I know a couple people older
35 to 50, maybe
35 to 50.
Yeah.
That group of human beings today has the best world experience than anybody else on the planet because we had both. And I think that sets us apart. That's why we are going to change the world. We are going to figure out a way to eliminate the hypocrites at the top. We are going to figure out a way to make this a better place for our kids. It may not be great for us for the rest of our lives, but we're going to figure out a way to fix this shit.
Right.
It'll be the 35 to 50 year olds. We're the ones that are making changes to Michigan's deer hunting. Because we know what's good and bad and right and wrong and how to pull the levers and push the buttons and do all the things like the Wizard of Oz. That's us. We're in that sweet spot. And I firmly believe that. And man, I hope we don't prove ourselves wrong.
Well, we also have
a bunch of shitheads in our group, but that's okay.
Yeah, but like I think that going through, there is definitely moments in my life where I felt like I had to do things just for other people to be proud of me or to like what we're wearing.
We are wearing costumes to podcast. We are not doing this because it's fucking cool or beautiful.
Yeah, that's true.
We're doing this because we're recording it and putting it on the internet for people to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yay. But really, they're sitting there going, what have fucking done with these guys? Fuck these assholes.
There's about 7
Holy
people
shit.
who are going to like this.
They were at the NRC meeting? Wow. But I think even in a more serious light, like in doing things on a bigger scale, I've gone through times in my life where it wasn't necessarily for me, and through like fucking that up or learning the hard way that I have to you have to have those conversations with yourself where you're like, this has just got to be for me. Like what really matters is that I'm proud of myself and that my kids and my wife are proud of me.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, but like you've got your own shit here. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even mom and dad, like, you want your parents to be proud of you. I think that's always going to be in like a kid's blood their whole life. But like, they're not there anymore. They're so on in their own life that they don't give a shit. Like, they care, but like, it's just really your inner circle of your family and kids. And
our parents have gotten to the point where it's like we did what we could. They are their own humans now.
They know they're not going to
and they just
us.
Watch, and we either let them down or we maintain
still disappoint
their pride.
My dad.
I got to tell you, I think he likes it because I think he's living vicariously through our shenanigans.
He could be, but he acts like he's disappointed sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
Or he'll always do it with me because I'm his little kid, his little shit kid.
Yeah.
I was the gay one, the one they thought might be gay. And you were the older alcoholic.
Older heterosexual.
He's the one getting in all the trouble. He's a real man. The other one's wearing fucking colored socks from the babysitter.
dressing like white Steve Urkel.
Yeah. He likes fucking thigh highs.
Well, you did.
Oh, dude. I still I just got
What's that
I just
from?
got a nice setup from where did I buy that from? For Kelly so it was very disappointing. It was like your toe thing for you, like online. I was shopping for like a lingerie outfit for Kelly. I'm
From
sorry,
Temu?
honey, if you don't want this aired, but it's out there.
It's too late.
It was fucking awesome. It was like, it almost looked glow in the dark, kind of like neonish, but white, like neon bluish, greenish. Anyways,
Like negligee,
it was like a teal glow in the darky color, and this chick was modeling it, and I was like, this is fucking sexy. So I bought it as a gift for, I guess, mainly me, but it was for her.
Right.
And I gave it to her, and she puts it on and comes out, and it's just white. So all they did was the lighting effect to make it look.
My God.
I think it might be glow in the dark, but like, let's be honest, with kids, we're fucking in the day most of the time right now. But like, it was not at all what I wanted to buy. But I'm just saying, long story long, Daddy's still into I like a woman in lingerie still. Like, I will porn search. Yes, I do masturbate.
You know what's funny? I could not fucking care less.
And I think that's weird that people don't care.
I like
that are just like, oh, it just ends up on the floor.
I like a fully nude woman
with a big bush
all the time, with a good bush. Not even a big bush, just a good one. And it could be creative. You could be creative with your bush. It doesn't have to be just bush. It could be a landing strip. You could do like a New Zealand, the Maori, the
guys,
the Moana curl or whatever.
Sword.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
The big
I don't
guy's
care
sword.
what you do with it. Just have some pubic hair for the love of God.
Like, do you ever get concerned that there might be like a piece of food or a crumb in there?
Why would there be
not
food
a bug
or a crumb?
Everything you eat drops straight down. But what if it goes down and then you're going down and you're eye level with the bush and it's kind of in your nose? Because let's be honest, I've been there when I was in 10th grade. I almost choked. I gagged on it. And then, but like your eye level and you open your eyes, because let's say your eyes are closed and you're going to town on her. Like, you might be circling the clit with your tongue.
And a French fry trickles into your mouth?
No, and then you open your eyes because you do want to kind of see what's going on. And there's like just a crumb of something. It could be like sourdough or a piece of corn from
your
corn on the cob, or a
bowl,
Dorito.
your Chipotle bowl. From
like a piece of rice. But that's a true question. It's a real question. Hair is meant to keep those things from going in your vagina hole.
Pubic hair litter has never crossed my mind. But I gotta have, take your fucking lingerie off and just come over here and rub your nude body.
I
all
love to
over
grab around you and put my hands on your butt cheeks and like thighs and feel the line of it where it ends, the thigh high, and just fucking slam it.
I could not possibly care less.
Thrust my home dog as deep in your French fry.
Home dog.
Like,
did you just make it gay?
No.
You said my home dog deep in your French fry. That's two dicks. A home dog and a French fry.
Your bun.
You said home dog and French fry.
This is Kelly.
I don't care who it is. It's Dakota.
It's not a boy. It's
Dakota.
Dakota wearing with his flopper flopping around. No, I'm a lingerie guy for sure.
I know you are.
I have been my entire life. I remember when I get in the Fredericks of Hollywood magazine when I was a young buck, and I could rub my dick on anything and it'd fucking get it going, and I'd be looking at the Fredericks of Hollywood being, little did I know I was always going to be a lingerie guy.
Do you know how many... There's people that are going to listen to this that are going to go, what the fuck is Fredericks of Hollywood?
Really?
That is I don't think that exists anymore.
There was a store in Great Lakes Crossing.
I don't think Fredericks of Hollywood exists anymore.
Is a lingerie. It's a lingerie store. It's just I would say it's a step up from like, there's Victoria's Secret, and then if you want to take a step up, like a little step up, you go to Fredericks of Hollywood. But we had a catalogs delivered to the house for probably Mom, but
so
gross.
In 2015, Fredericks of Hollywood. So Fredericks of Hollywood is an iconic American lingerie brand known for bold, glamorous, intimate apparel. After closing all 111 physical mall stores in 2015, can you imagine that they used to exist in the mall? Like Victoria's Secret? They closed all 111 mall locations in 2015 following bankruptcy. They were bought by Naked Brand Group and transformed into
the granola bar company
retailer. Can you imagine if you started you're like, I want to file an LLC this year.
DBA.
What's the name? Naked Brand Group.
Oh, they said Naked Bear.
No, Naked Brand.
Yeah, it was Naked Brand. You're right. I heard Naked Bear and thought of the granola bar.
Yeah. Naked Brand Group, and they are an online-only retailer.
Yeah, which that's exactly what it is like if you're going to buy a fucking 3-foot long dildo, you're not going into a store, right? You're going to...
Where are you
The
going?
one I bought for that party, I bought in a store with my buddy.
What was the name of the store?
It was down Dixie in Waterford, like across from Dunham's.
Priscilla's or Cirilla's?
Yeah, but at the time it was probably Priscilla's, and then it changed to Cirilla's. Yeah, it was.
But
that
even back then,
there.
I think it was Lover's Lane or something.
It wasn't Lover's Lane when I went in there, but
which, by the way, Lover's Lane Lover's Lane was right by the hockey rink we were at the other night. It's right by the Howell hockey rink.
We drove by and Porter goes, Lover's Lane.
Lauren said, "You want to go in there?" And I was like, "We just can't have anybody from Whalen's team see us pull in there."
And you know, my sweet conservative wife, she's like, "Why do they have to make the sign so big?"
And it's interesting to me that there are just mannequins lining the storefront.
That's what Porter said. I saw the mannequins. He could, because it was night. You could see right in there.
So
I'm so proud of my kid.
So I build restaurants,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes the city will make you reverse the building so that the back of your kitchen is actually along the street frontage, but you're required per code to have a certain amount of glass storefront there. But you are not allowed to have it open to see your kitchen. So I can't have glass showing my kitchen, but you can have tits out mannequins along Grand River in Howell, Michigan.
Yeah, that's the world we live in.
God bless the USA, baby.
Yeah, that is the.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Porter noticed it. And you can't help but be proud of your boy, you know. And then
he sees that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then I think I spouted off the couples who play together stay together as their slogan, and then Kelly once again is like, "You just stop."
Adam David.
Yeah, that is exactly Adam. She adds the UH at the end when I'm in trouble, which is every day. God love her. She puts up with me. I don't know.
Can you spell
why.
that?
What, Adama?
Uh-huh.
It would be ADDAMMMUH.
There's a
Adama.
lot of D's and M's in there.
It'll be said tomorrow. It'll be said tonight, even maybe. It'll be said when she listens to this.
Why did she listen to this?
She finds value in what we do.
She knows better. Lauren doesn't listen anymore.
But she knows there's good value in this podcast.
Yeah. I suppose you're right.
She enjoys our
playful
banter. She will be honest with me, and she will even say, like, I truly think you guys are great together. Like, the way you converse, your personalities. Yes, like, she wants, what's it called?
She does not.
Docking?
She wants us to Eiffel Tower her?
Oh, my God. Well, I won't be able to get off for a couple days. And have to take a couple hot tubs. Got a heating pad. Get the blood to flow.
Oh, now she's gonna go, Bretta.
What people don't understand is every time we go somewhere on a hunting trip, and I ride with Brett does never wants anybody to drive, and I understand that because he's got a control thing.
That's the one thing I got from Dad.
Yeah.
Well, one of the
But
few.
it's the same for, like, I'd never want to take Kelly's car.
Yeah.
And like when Kelton and I go hunting, I get so fucked up if I don't take my truck because my truck is a total system. Everything is a system. Even just going to the store. Like, so whenever I go somewhere with Brett, we typically will stop and get Chipotle, or he will, depending on if I'm eating, because he, gets it for no cost.
There's another. You could have said free. It's been easier to find in
free.
your brain.
No cost was definitely. It sounds better.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're more worthy.
Okay.
there's always, so every time I go to one, there's shit fucked up. So like what you were just talking about, as soon as we drove by the one, the kitchen door was by the sort of like highway there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a garbage bin out the back with garbage in it. And you're like, motherfuckers aren't supposed to have that back there. So there's like check one. And then the whole time we're in there, I can see Brett just like, oh God. Like we pull up and I can tell the outside's not.
It's stressful.
Yeah. So like he's making, and then he sits there and he'll like contemplate, should I say something? And then he knows he has to because he can't leave there. So then before we leave, he has to go talk to the manager and be like,
yeah.
and he does it in a great way to where he doesn't like, you don't degrade the person.
Right.
You ask them how you can offer help. Is there anything they need? Because typically they're understaffed.
Oh, I know it's not their. I know most of the time it's not their fault.
Yeah.
But I also know that they have a little control over things.
Right.
And so you're right. I sit there. I'll get my. As soon as I walk in, I know there's a problem. I'm like, I'm gonna have to do something about this. And so then I eat, and then the more I eat, the longer I eat and look around, I realize that my list of problems is growing. And I'm like, I can't in good conscience leave this place without at least saying, how can I help you? And I do always lead, as long as it's not a lie. I'll lead with the food was great, but how can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I handed my business card, and I was like, I noticed that there's a lot of things here that need some attention. What have you done? Like, where are you at in the process of getting all these things fixed? And so I can't help it.
And I'm usually sitting at the table wondering if we're gonna have to get in a fight.
What does this have to do with what we were talking about?
You were talking about how you have to have the glass windows a certain way in your stores and can't see, and it just made me think like
mannequins,
the things we don't talk about
Yeah.
is like every time we travel somewhere and we go to a Chipotle, there's always a fucking problem.
Yeah,
because typically they're not. It's not just Chipotle, but most stores are not managed properly nowadays.
there's such a focus on labor and the margins on labor compared to food costs.
So we had a job fair yesterday,
yeah,
and this stuff was brought up, and it's a huge issue in my mind, and I don't think we've hit it yet, but it's going to cause a big problem. Kids are requiring and requesting way too much money per hour, and we're only.
What are they asking for?
So like, typically it'll be around 17 or 18 an hour.
Holy shit!
And that's out of the gate, and then these are kids that haven't even had a job yet. And then we were talking about one of Kelly's friends who her babysitter just asked for a raise from $17 an hour to $26 an hour.
That's very specific. She must be taking health insurance into consideration.
If she has to start watching the other kid, she wants a raise.
Okay.
But still,
$9 a kid?
$26 an hour. We don't make enough money to pay people to work anymore. And then in Michigan, our minimum pay is just going up and up and up. It's the same fucking problem like California had, right? Like, these kids have to learn quickly that they can't get that anymore. Like, we need to knock them off that horse.
But also, the government has made government-induced inflation has caused things to be so expensive that it is only fair that minimum wage follows a little bit. But your expectations on minimum wage should not be that you can buy a luxury sportsmobile and your first house on it. Like, that's not what minimum wage is supposed to be, nor your entry-level job should be $17 an hour. That ain't it, dog.
I just know. I mean, labor was my number one issue.
And it always will be.
So
I guess food could be.
Food is very expensive.
Yeah.
That was what I
but not everybody's
was watching very
I mean.
closely, and then it ended up being labor that was like what I really should have been paying attention to. But it's got to be knocked off quick. Like, and there's no other way to do it than to knock it off. So knock it off. Like, knock off. I get it. It's not that easy.
What do you do?
The inflation, the minimum wage has to stop going up, and we have to tell kids. Well, I sit there and I'm like, I'm not paying more than $15 an hour.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, okay. But like, they come out of the gate looking for 18 or 20. You know, it's just not. And I will find somebody that'll work for what I want.
Sure.
But I think most people are just like, that's what we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
$18 an hour. and it's just not.
It's the same way with hockey sticks and hockey skates,
Mhm.
and baseball bats and gloves and helmets. They're $300 because people are paying it.
Yeah.
That hockey stick is $330 because people are fucking
And
buying
it's
them left
fucking,
and right.
what is it, made in China? And it's going to break. It might be made in America,
It's made
Canada.
in Canada.
But like,
still.
you're beating it against the ground and other people.
You're taking this metal thing, your youth bat, you're taking it, and once every hour, once every 30 minutes, you're swinging at a ball. Sometimes you hit the ball, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you swing, you don't touch anything. Go back, and you lean it against the fence. You're 8 years old, but that bat is still $275 for a new kid's baseball bat. What the fuck?
It just,
At least with a stick, you're touching the puck almost every shift.
let's compare this to the NRC meeting, right? How a lot of people came together. If everybody would get together and start to put an end to this, then there would be a change and it would benefit all businesses. But we just don't have it in us. But like I just see that we're heading in a terrible direction if it doesn't change quickly. Businesses are just not going to be able to survive.
We are way past heading.
But it is
We
getting
are way
to the
down,
point
we are
where
down
like,
the road already.
I would not be able to survive owning a business if it gets worse than that. There's just not enough money to be made in food to pay kids $25 an hour to do what I need them to do, unless they literally wipe my ass in the bathroom for me.
You've got to almost got to be wealthy to begin with, and it not be your full-time job for you to own one restaurant.
Yeah,
like you have to be wealthy because the investment costs and the upfront costs won't bother you.
The people I know opening restaurants they're just rich as it is,
and they need something to do.
Yeah,
they need somehow to launder their money.
That's also why food fucking sucks. Yeah. But like, and here's the other issue to this. So you start hiring these people at this labor cost that you can't take on. So guess what happens? They don't get the hours they need. So I will have this conversation with kids. I'll be like, listen, what's more important is not the extra dollar. It's the hours. I can bring you in here at $15 an hour and put you to work. But if you want $20 an hour, people are going to pull you in, and I've seen it happen all around me, and then you are only going to get 10 hours a week. And then you're going to have to leave, and then you're going to call me back and be like, you still looking for work? Workers?
And then it's going to be 12, bitch.
Yeah. Well, it's just so there's nothing good that comes out of it for the person needing the money and wanting the money or the job or the business. It's just all hootenanny. Anyways.
And most kids are not kids. I say kids. Most kids going into an entry-level job, and probably rightfully so, are not thinking of it as a career yet. You know what I mean? Like at Chipotle, you used to be able to, and I don't know if they still kind of sell this dream or not, is like you can hire in as a dishwasher and be a general manager in a year if you really want to.
Yeah, so
like,
what do you have to look forward to anymore if your career is never going to go up? It's always going to be the same.
Right. And so now it's like most people like
have nothing to look forward to.
That career path is not the sexy
There's
thing.
nothing to fight for either.
Right.
There's no reason to better yourself if there is no upper.
And we're still building a lot of restaurants a year, but we have so many restaurants already that you can't promise everybody their own restaurant. We can't build 4,000 restaurants a year. That's one restaurant. That's one GM per restaurant getting a new restaurant. We can't double it's fucking impossible.
Right.
We can barely do what we do. So like at some point you have to tell somebody, yeah, it's going to be like 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 years now.
Well, and you also know not everybody's going to get
and
there.
not everybody's going to make it.
Yeah.
And then they're getting poached for an extra $1 an hour. Same thing with construction. Superintendents are leaving for another $1 or $2 an hour. Even though the job's more miserable, they're leaving because they can get another $1 or $2 an hour.
Yeah. Which
So
that was happening to me last year. I would watch kids turn down my job because they were offered like right next to me in the other container.
Yeah.
$1 or $2 more an hour. And then halfway through the season, guess where they were coming to work or asking me if I would bring them on because they weren't getting enough hours at the other place because the other place couldn't afford to pay them that.
When they would leave you and go work at Wolf Ranger, would they like look out the window and wink at you?
Yeah, that wasn't where they were going.
Oh,
he was only getting. He only had. Yeah, that we weren't. They were not where we were.
That was not your competition?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
Have you ever talked about the restaurants that are coming this year?
No.
Maybe they weren't solidified last time we talked about the Rail Yard.
Or announced, maybe. Like, sometimes I know for a while and I'm told not to say anything.
Sure.
The Rail Yard wants to make the announcement, which is nobody on here.
And they have now.
Yes. Yeah. So,
do you want to talk about the Rail Yard at all?
we have before, but yes. I mean
now you have an open date.
Yes, we're opening April 27th, so we open in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's the day after my birthday, which is interesting. We're trying to jam a lot in that weekend, but
that's what she said.
Gosh, I'm so
jam it in.
Rowdy, getting rowdy in my pants. So we have this year, everybody's new outside except for me. So there's 4 of us outside. There is going to be the Food Bandit, and he does like a little bit of everything. He kind of tries to do a little bit of everything. Sandwiches, fries, stuff like that. American food. And then Tot Labs, and it's the whole new project for this guy. He's doing like loaded tots, and then so he'll have a few options of that, and then hot dogs, which hot dogs is awesome. Like, if I had texted the owners a long time ago, said, is anybody going to do hot dogs this year? Because I've been wanting to do a hot dog. Hot dogs are fucking money. Like, you can't beat that. But I can't do hot dogs because he's doing hot dogs. So anyways, there's that. And then there is I Love Pig. So they are a Venezuelan couple that do like arepas and like stuffed pockets. I don't know how to best describe it. You know what I'm saying? Like Cuban style. They don't like when you say Cuban. She will correct you. It's Venezuelan. They must not like each other. I don't know. So
I don't know. Yeah, probably not.
So it's a Venezuelan style, pockets.
I know
of
nothing
meat.
about Venezuela, except that we just kidnapped their dictator.
Yeah. I don't know. They don't. They're very nice people. They don't speak the greatest English, which is why she's the one that said she only wants to hire family because of communication reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you get the vibe that the name of that company was not really? It's like it was probably something different,
Like an accident.
Yeah, like it was in Venezuela. It's not I Love Pig. It's something else, and then translated into English, it's I Love Pig.
I don't know. That's a great question because I didn't think of that. But the name is weird. Like, it doesn't work, but it also is. I like it. Like, I would do that.
Oh yeah.
But I can see them talking, like sitting in a room talking in their native tongue, and then like. They're like, they tell the person, or they do the LLC, and they're like, oh, I love pig. Oh, okay. Sure. My guess is it was heavily pork. But they do chicken as well and stuff like that. So, but like people love them. So I think it'll be a good mix. And then Crispelli's is always there inside. They do pizza and stuff. I don't love their pizza, but 'tis what it is.
And you're doing desserts this year?
I am only doing desserts. Yes, chocolate chip cookies, Oreo cookies. Yep, and Uncrustables.
Deep fried Uncrustables.
Yes,
which I have
Not a
seen.
bad idea.
I've seen that, by the way.
And French toast Uncrustables, Bert Kreischer. I actually took the dessert off my menu, trying to keep things really simplified this year.
Yeah. So. Anything new this year that you're doing? Or do you want it to be a secret?
No, I mean, I'm going to have chicken and waffles, which I had sort of a play on that last year, where I was doing pulled pork over a Belgian waffle with maple bacon crema and pickled onions. It's going to be very similar, but I'm going to do the fried chicken over the French toast Belgian waffle.
Okay.
With the maple bacon crema, pickled onions. That's it.
Damn, Gino.
Yeah, it'll be good. And there's a lot of things that I try that don't always work, but I think it's a good menu this year. There's really nothing. I have that Korean barbecue fried chicken taco. I don't know. I'm
excited.
Everybody wants the shrimp, and of course I took the shrimp off. I've never had so many, but this is my emotional issue with like being in food is I have had people say, I hope you don't take off the quesadilla. I hope you don't get rid of the salads. I hope you don't get rid of the shrimp. I can't wait to get the shrimp as long as you have this. Dude, I can't.
That's just one taco.
I can't do it with
tacos.
Everybody which is a good problem to have because that means everybody likes everything. but I have to really just go off the numbers this year.
100%.
This will be the first year I've really just gone off of numbers. Like, these are the top selling, most popular items that make me the most money.
What was the number one seller?
Nachos.
Just chips and
Fucking nachos.
Shit on
which
it?
I almost never even did.
Huh.
I was like, everybody has nachos. I'll do something else. And then at the last minute, I'm like, I'll do I love nachos.
What kind of chips do you use?
We just make our own.
Oh, you make your own chips? Like
Yeah.
you cut a tortilla and fry
I have
them?
a specific tortilla I get from La Banderita that I cut into, certain sizes, and then we deep fry them and then salt them.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's the base. And then I do
Okay.
queso. You can get whatever meat. And then regular cheese melted on there, jalapenos. I don't know if there's pickled onions on that. I can't remember if I do pickled onions on those. I have to study my own menu. That's all right.
Yeah.
So we open very soon. I'm excited. I'm tired of I feel like I'm in limbo right now. I'm ready to start bringing in some dono.
And that's Taco Grilla.
Yeah, if you're a fucking idiot. It's Taco Grilla because I
The fucking
can't.
gorilla.
It's a gorilla grilling. I use a grill. I use a griddle. I am often compared to a silverback
You're
gorilla.
built like a gorilla. The
So I
vanilla
decided
gorilla.
to do a taco grilla. Play on words, not gria. There's no fucking tildes. There's no hypotenuses. So anyways, let's move on. Fuck that shit.
Fine.
April 27th. Come on, baby.
You're the one that kept talking about it. What do you mean
I just
move
had
on?
DJ just asked me about dogs. Bring your dogs. We are very dog friendly. They have yappy hour on Thursdays. That's the truth.
What happens then?
They encourage you to bring your dogs up, and then adopt a pet comes, and
Who
they
cleans
have
up all the shit?
I don't know, not me, the bussers. Sacagawea.
That's the day everybody calls in sick.
They used to let you have dogs inside, and then everybody made a stink. There was certain people made a stink about
Like
it. so-
inside, like by Crispelli's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a problem.
Because one of the owners, they were big on their dog, so their dog was always in there. And then obviously,
Well, if you're the owner, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I was in Tractor Supply and the dog took a shit in the checkout line?
No.
Oh, man. I think I ranted about it in the Straight Shooter. So I would drop Waylon off at hockey and occasionally have to go to Tractor Supply in White Lake to get chicken food or pig food or whatever. And I went in there one evening and there was a guy with his dog, a man and his wife were getting in their vehicle when I was coming in, and he was loading the dog into the back, like tailgate was up. Dog was jumping in the back. And I didn't think anything of it. Whatever. I see dogs in there all the time. Go in, grab what I needed, get right in line. And she was like, and then the lady, the cashier was like, oh, that's why they were in such a hurry. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then it hit me. The wall
hot dog
of
shit.
hot dog shit
Mm.
smell hit me in the face.
And they just left?
And I looked down, and there's a soggy pile of dog shit right there where that person was standing. And I was like, I'm going to go get them and make them come in here and clean this up.
Yeah.
Because I saw where they were. I saw the guy. He was probably in his 60s, loading his dog into the back of the car.
Trophy
and I was going to drag him fucking in and make him clean up the shit. Because now some young fucking person who we just talked about probably doesn't get paid enough
Right.
now has to clean up a hot pile of your dog's shit. Why didn't you?
Because you can't go to the store without taking your fucking dog.
Or, God forbid, you just don't have anything to clean it up. You didn't even say anything.
Yeah. Look at me. Look at me. Your dog is not your child, people. It is your pet.
Yeah.
Go to the store without your fucking dog. Drive without your dog, you cocksuckers.
If you have a dog that you, God forbid, can't leave at home, and you take it into a fucking place of business and it shits on the floor and you don't have anything to clean it up with, you should have to pick it up with your motherfucking hands and carry it out like a baby bird that fell out of its goddamn nest, and you should have to take it outside. No, you don't get a towel. No, you can't wash your hands. Pick up your dog's poo-poo and take it outside.
I would at least ask them if I didn't have something. I'd be like, get it for me. I'm going to take care of this.
But she was like, oh, he was like frantically trying to check out and get out.
Yeah,
like
run away.
They knew that dog shit and they left it there.
That's fucking people. Like I said, that's the
Fucking
guy that cuts the
people,
head off a
man.
deer and takes only the antlers.
No, this guy doesn't. This guy probably does not hunt.
Sleeps with them.
Holy shit. Sorry, you got a
That
long
was-
list of notes over there.
Yeah, we've touched on one of
It's
these.
been an hour and 20 minutes already.
We've gone over one thing.
One thing. This is what people like to listen to, though.
I was very, very fascinated by this. Has been talked about a lot lately that 80% of hunters in Michigan do not utilize the doe tag.
Mm-hmm.
That's sickening to me.
Insane.
Like, I don't, once again, can't fathom that. And it doesn't make me hate that as much. It's just something that I know has become a commonality
Yeah.
amongst a lot of hunters. But that, when you know that it's the biggest problem, and you will be one of the people to probably oppose some of the new regulations that ultimately we want to fix that problem and that herd issue, it's a very simple thing to do. Like, you need to start killing does. So there's just a very, once again, people are the problem.
Yeah.
We know that, right? Like, we know that. But that is a huge, OMG for me.
It is a giant OMG.
I did not know that before the meeting.
I don't think I knew the number was that high.
That
I
is
think
terribly high.
Yeah. And I would also probably at one point have said, yeah, but like if they've already shot a buck and they don't want to shoot another deer, okay.
Here's what I was...
But also, if you know there's a problem, you should still do it, and then have an overabundance of meat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go so far as to say, okay, fine. Maybe at one point you would just have too much meat. Now you can donate it.
You know how many people I know that have said to me, if you ever have meat, we'll take some?
So many people that we know would happily take a deer.
That don't hunt, but they'll gladly take meat.
My neighbors right there. They're always like, I will trade you whatever you want for venison.
Yeah. I mean, I've got handfuls of people every year that ask for meat.
That what?
That ask for meat.
I thought they said you. They asked for me.
I got really, something just threw me totally off there. What we were talking about.
80% of people do not shoot does.
Yeah. Well, so I understand that there may be a year where you don't have that opportunity, and that's totally fine, but you need to be willing and looking to shoot does. You need to learn to have fun shooting does. You need to,
you need to just say, this is the right thing to do, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And if you're not doing it, I don't think you have the right to fight any of these battles against some of these regulations coming out that are trying to fix that, issue.
Yeah. You don't have to take your cart at the grocery store to the cart corral or even walk it back to the grocery store. It's the right thing to do, though.
Mm-hmm.
There are things in place to make other people's lives better and more enjoyable.
Right.
I have 100% seen the wind catch a rogue loose cart in the parking lot and fucking
Right to
drill
the
side of somebody's car
yeah.
before. And I think to myself, I would be so mad if that was my cart
Mm-hmm.
or my car. And it was far enough where I couldn't run and get it. It's not like I just laughed and watched. It was like I just happened to catch it out of the corner of my eye. Holy shit, that cart is going flying. Boom, hits a car.
Mm-hmm.
Because some chode was too lazy to take their cart either to the corral, which they're fucking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You never, even if you parked in the far back of a grocery store parking lot or Menards or whatever, a corral is never more than 100 yards from you.
Yeah, when I've slept in a Walmart parking lot before, at the far end,
There's one right there.
Dude
Always.
at midnight getting fucking carts right next to me.
There is no reason for you to not take your cart back to the corral or the store. There is no reason for you to not shoot a doe. Literally give it to a homeless person.
Mm-hmm.
He'll start a fire in a barrel in the evening. He can cook hamburgers on that motherfucker.
Or he'll sell it for drugs. So
Trade it for butt sex.
I also, or use it for
Venison
butt sex.
for butt sex.
I understand that. I understand that it is not it's not going to be something that's easy to get people on board with enjoying that. I understand that it's never going to be the ultimate thing for a lot of people. Like it's just not. That's just the way people are wired.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us enjoy it, but I know a lot of people don't like get off over shooting does, and that's just the way it is, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like you're saying, when we know there's an issue, and we're going to have arguments between hunters about it, and things are going to get nasty, and ultimately the biggest thing we could do is shoot more does.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just pitch in, donate it, eat it, whatever. Like, just shoot a doe.
Do you ever think about how we always shoot all of our deer off the same property? All of them.
Sometimes, yeah.
That burdens me.
Yeah.
I do feel like I should start shooting at least a doe somewhere else. Like, really put in more effort to take my doe from another county or another property.
Well, our does are being managed pretty well down there,
They really
especially
are.
after seeing it this year. So
Yeah.
we might have to.
Yeah.
I mean, but there were a lot of fawns down there last year that will be pretty good for the picking this year.
I would think so.
So, but yeah, I think that about everything. Like I'm over the fact that everything is taken from
one
the same
80-acre
property
piece.
ever since I started hunting, which I get hasn't. So I realized it was 21 was my first real full year.
Yeah. Does it feel like you've been hunting for 5 years?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. When I think back to going to Kansas, like my second year hunting, or what was that, my first year? Would that have been 21?
It was 22.
So like that was a long time ago to me.
No, it was 23.
It was
23 because
So
I
we
went in
23 and 25.
I went in 22, 23, and 25.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, 5 years isn't a long time to me.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, it feels like 5 years. When I think back to some of the things, even life things that have happened throughout that, yeah, fucking seems like 5 years. So that's an issue. That was just a very surprising fact.
So if 80% of hunters do not shoot a doe, what percentage of hunters don't have an opportunity to shoot a doe, do you think?
Ooh,
because there are areas where the deer population is very low.
more than you would think.
So do you think there is? Do you think 30% of the population truly doesn't have an
But here's the
opportunity
thing,
to shoot a doe?
but also archery versus gun. Like you have a better chance with a gun
correct
of shooting a doe that isn't going to come into archery range.
right.
So I think there's probably more than I'm thinking because I think there's all the gun hunters
And there are some people that are just gun hunters.
that aren't. Yeah, so they're gonna be able to shoot a doe.
So
I
if
would
we
say every
have
year.
if we have 600,000 deer hunting licenses sold in the state of Michigan in a season,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? What percentage do you think are just gun hunters? I don't know. I'm sure this data exists. I don't know what it is though.
Just gun, no
Just
archery. I would say it's probably 40% of that.
So 40% of 600,000
Mm-hmm.
is a shitload. So like, that's a shitload of just gun hunters.
Yeah.
Okay. So you believe that?
And maybe
I don't
that's
know.
changing, and that might be more the older generation. But like in my mind, we're still in that.
So nearly half of all hunters are just gun hunters, and 80% of the hunters aren't shooting does. What percent of all hunters do you think never really get a good crack at a doe? Because if you're just a gun hunter,
I would
you're
say
probably hunting one day
I
or
would
2
say
days a week.
40%.
2 days a season.
Yeah.
If you're just a gun hunter, you are the hunter that's only shooting a deer or two on opening day or opening weekend, and you are literally done for the year.
Mhm.
That's, in my brain, that's you. So 40% of the hunters are never even getting a look or never even.
I would say it's 60-40. 60% of this 80% have a chance to shoot a doe, and 40% of that 80%. So you see what I'm saying? The 80% is 100 ultimately. 60 of that can shoot a doe, and 40 don't get the opportunity.
Yeah, that's okay. I would be willing to bet that.
So ultimately,
'cause a lot of people still do go up north.
Yeah.
Which is weird because when I would go up north, I only saw doe in the dark, but I only saw it. I don't ever remember seeing bucks when we would drive around at night. I was hammered, but I don't remember seeing bucks. I still feel like I would have remembered that.
That's what I would be. It'd be interesting if you had video of back then.
Oh,
that you
man.
could go back and go like, holy shit.
Yeah.
How are we alive?
I can I can remember so many things. So many things. I remember Head and Nate literally fist fighting. So I had my white Dodge Ram. And the front seat was a bench seat. And Head and Nate fist fighting next to me while I drove drunk.
Oh my God.
Back to the cabin. Drunk off Jack and Cokes. Like, we would go to Mod Eaters and drink Jack and Cokes till they closed. I would drive us home. They were fist fighting next to me in the seat. There was another time where someone was out the window with a gun trying to shoot the deer, because we would always only see deer in the dark. They were out the window with a gun while the other guy held his... I think Head was out the window and Nate held his ankles.
That would make sense. That Head was out the window.
And I was driving. Again, I was driving my truck. I was always driving. And we still never shot anything.
So that's what I picture the most, is somebody hanging out of the window with a gun at night, hammered, trying to shoot a deer.
Still never saw anything. Yeah. I would swerve. I would go down into the ditches. I wanted a deer so bad that I was willing to hit it with my car. And I never did.
That's a real trophy hunter right there.
We would go back on those 2 tracks with no maps. Head would just be like, go turn there, turn there. And we never thought about it. Yeah. Never one time. Mm-hmm. Those were the good old... I would love to see videos of those days. Those were the good old days. What else you got over there?
Okay, let's see.
I got stuff too, bitch.
I had turned to you at one point during the NRC meeting, and I said to you, so they had a graph up, and it showed years of hunting, increasing, and then hunting decline, this and that. And they were often comparing it to gun and archery, I'm pretty sure. But I can't exactly remember that specific notation. But I remember turning to you because it was like right at the early 2000s, right around 2000, where hunting, or late 90s maybe, early 2000s.
1998.
Where hunting had been at sort of its peak.
Its peak was
in Michigan. And then it dropped off like 2008, 2007, 2006, like 2003 maybe even. And I remember turning to you and going, we don't talk about how that to me is a technology issue. Like that's the decline in hunting is very much to me associated with when technology took over the world and kids went from being outside and raised in that sort of wildlife setting to only being on phones and video games.
Yeah, like 98 was when we had dial-up internet at home?
Yeah.
So we finally got the internet at home. We started playing. We started downloading Leisure Suit Larry.
So we could see cartoon titties.
Yeah, pixelated tits.
And Mom was always like, we were hiding it. Like, you're not playing Leisure Suit Larry.
And we would, you could lime wire a naked lady onto the computer and then dot matrix.
Oh my God,
fucking thing.
I would go to work with 30 porns downloading on Aries because it took 7 hours, and by the time I got home from work, they'd be there for nighttime. And then you'd get to go through them and be like, "Wow, these are all fucking terrible." And then delete them. But I think my point with that when I looked at you was that we're always trying. I can see that the DNR and the NRC, they're always trying to associate that as an issue and what it is, whether it's gun hunting, gun licenses or archery licenses or seasons or muzzle loading or CWD or whatever it is, and how that's the reason. When to me, they don't even talk about that. To me, the reason is technology.
Yeah.
Like way more than anything else.
Why are we not? Why did hunter recruitment drop off? Why did hunter retainment drop off? Where did everybody go? Well, they're inside looking at fucking television or their internet or their TV, or there wasn't phones back then, which I erroneously said that the iPhone came out in 1997. It was actually 2007. But still, like, the people are now obsessed. In 1998, people are now obsessed with something they've never seen before in their entire lives. Of course, going outside and looking at a deer or a frog or a turtle is now no longer cool. They now have something they've never seen before.
Yep.
So you, wildlife official, have to make it more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Not give everybody everything so they can kill everything on the landscape, Make it a more enjoyable experience. Get people outside.
Well, and a lot of it has to do with,
we have no idea.
Like me and you, like the dad, like your dad, like the dad of the kid. Like I just had this conversation with Porter because his soccer season is broken up. It's one team, and they have a season in the fall fall and spring, and it's the same team. So it's one long season, but they stop in the winter. So his season is about to start back up tomorrow, and he's not interested anymore. And I looked at Kelly and I said, because if he could, he would just sit home on his Switch and with the TV all day. He's got a lot of nerd in him, and by nerd I mean like technology nerd. And I get it. It's my job to make sure that ain't fucking happening.
That shit is designed to literally make them never look away.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to go tomorrow. He has zero interest in it because he would rather just continue like over the winter doing the winter stuff, the technology that happens over the winter because we're inside all the time. You know, the warm snuggles and the blankets and the couch and the heat and the TV and the not going outside. You get fucking fluffy, and now he's comfy. He's comfortable, and he's got to break out of that tomorrow. And after tomorrow, he'll be fine. But so that's what I'm saying. Like hunting, it's our job as parents to make our kids do that. Like, he cannot hunt unless he goes out and practices. I need to make him practice this summer. Otherwise, he won't do it. But there's a lot of males, I don't think, that really want to dig deep into their children to get them to hunt or take the time to train them or force them to do something in wildlife. So I think,
here the worst part is that typically when the child finally does and goes out and finally does something outdoors, they enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that's the hook, right? I didn't want to hunt, but you got me out there and I shot a fucking baby doe because I thought she was huge. But that was enough to like I loved like tracking. And I'll never forget the moment Nate turned around and goes, "You shot a fucking Bambi." And I was like, no, fuck. But it was like all of that was the hook. Like that got me. And then it became like my hobby.
Yeah.
And my therapy and life-changing. So I just
remember I did a podcast with Don Vadash?
Yes.
We spoke, I don't remember if it was on camera, but we spoke about him taking his boys up to their place to do stuff. And he was like, it's not, they don't want to go.
Right.
I make them go. And then all of his pictures, the kids look like they're having a great time because I think they truly are having a great time with him.
Yeah.
But the fact that what you see makes, okay, so this is just another example of what you see on the internet is not actually 100% accurate. It appears as though he's got two kids who absolutely probably love to go do that, and they probably enjoy doing it. But he made it clear, those are just moments in time. I've had to force them to go do that.
Right.
And so then when you finally see the end result, yes, they're having a great time. But they didn't want to.
Right.
They wanted to stay and watch TV in the cabin, and he makes them go out in the cold and fly fish.
Well, I have to make myself go out.
I do, too. I have to make myself come out here to work out because I'm getting fat as fuck, dog.
So it's easier for us to avoid the work it takes. It's easier for us to let our kids stay on technology because our life is easier. You know what I mean? But like getting up extra early and making sure all of Porter's shit is packed and that he has his hunting stuff, driving down to the property with him and having him walk out in the dark. And then at 9:00, him looking at me and going, when are we going to lunch? Those are all the moments that I have to make all of that what it is for him. So it's largely a big part of ours to do that for them. Are you peeing?
No.
Oh, did that shut off?
Yes.
I almost thought to check it. Mine didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Turn off the lights, yo, and I glow. To the extreme, I whack a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, crush a speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly, when I play a dope medley. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. Cause if you don't do it, I ain't about to sit on your motherfucking mom's lap cause she's looking good. Take her out back in my neighborhood. Give her corn on the cob and hope she doesn't eat it whole. I want her... Liberate my mind. Motherfucker, you so narrow-minded, so narrow-minded. You know, like when people get spit strings when they talk? That's always a concern of mine, you know? I was like, I'm going to have a... If I could turn back time, I'd walk to you and your mom. I'd fucking hold you. I'd fuck her. I'd hold her down in front of you. Do you want to see me with your mom? Do you want to know that I'm with your mom? We can be friends, but I'm friends with your mom. I'm going to date your fucking mom because I love your fucking mom and she looks good when she's down on her knees looking at me with her gaggy eyes.
Just I thought I did my due diligence and I guess I just didn't. Oh, well. I'll figure something out. I always do.
Well, once you have time, you can sit and actually dig into it.
Frustrating, man. Oh, well.
It's the life of
Here
a
I sit, all
audio
brokenhearted,
technician.
trying to do something different, and I try to take the fucking cheap way out. Still $280, but whatever.
Each one of those?
That was almost $1,000, but I've had that for a while. That was bought used on eBay.
Maybe we just set up iPhones.
No, the process to get a super long format video on my iPhone is a nightmare.
Yeah, I was just being a smartass, but like, that's too much.
God,
too much.
Sorry. What else, what other notes you got over there?
Well, so
I'm just gonna be pissed off the rest of this.
And that's okay.
Episode.
We were discussing the technology thing, and you made the comment that we have 600,000 hunters in Michigan, and they also had this graph at the meeting, and like this big thing that's often talked about is that we have a decline in hunters in Michigan. It's an issue. We need more hunters. We have a decline in hunters. Got to kill more does. The herd's fucked up. Decline in hunters. And then they put this graph up. And I'm going to go ahead and just say, regardless of the doe to hunter ratio, right? Mm-hmm. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on real life. We have 600,000 hunters in Michigan. And we have a very good doe to hunter ratio, right? It was like maybe 11 or something, 12. Mm-hmm.
Wait, what ratio?
I can't remember the exact term, but it was how many deer to, I'm sorry, I might have been saying
hunters
does.
per square mile?
No, deer to hunter.
Oh, I don't remember that graph.
The point of it was saying that like we have a very good ratio of deer to to hunters. We have 600,000 hunters in Michigan. Mm-hmm. And also there was like 20 states on here, and they were, and they were comparing us to Ohio and this and that, and then I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, and then there's Kansas and Iowa.
What's hunters per square mile? We have some of the highest hunters per square mile.
That was the ratio?
Yes, of hunters per square mile.
Okay, but the ultimate focus of this is the amount of hunters in the state.
Correct, yeah.
We have 600,000.
Yes.
Kansas, 60,000.
Like
Iowa,
69,000.
70,000.
Yeah.
And like we're talking about how we have a decline in we need more hunters. And I'm looking at this going, okay, I'm driving to Kansas because I can go in those woods, and when I hear a deer coming, there's a just as good of a chance that it's a big buck as it is a doe in Kansas. Where in Michigan, the chances is it's going to be a doe. Hopefully it's a buck, right?
Right. Or it could be a person here.
Correct. Or a fucking, like a hunter walking in at first light. Why do we keep saying we want more hunters? Because in my mind, I'm just going to be honest with you, I would prefer that we don't.
Right.
I know that I do agree that the herd needs to be managed differently and that we need to harvest more does. I don't necessarily agree that it's because we're losing hunters. I think it's the taking of
the hunters we have are not doing a good job.
Correct.
Yes.
In my mind, I'm just being honest on here, and I don't know if this rubs people the wrong way. I personally, I guess I don't care. Why are we saying that we want more hunters? I think that we really, I think that secretly we don't.
I think we secretly, I don't even think it's secretly. I think and I told you, I heard somebody say this. I I don't know that we do need more hunters. I don't think many people want to say that. I don't think we do need more hunters. I think the people that are hunting need to do a better job
100%.
of managing the resource. I think there's a little bit of we need people to backfill the older people who are going to age out eventually so that we have a consistent amount of people managing the herd. And so I think there's a concern that at some point more people will age out of hunting and retire from hunting than new people will be getting into it. And so then we'll have so few people that we definitely won't be able to keep up. Because we also have more deer on the landscape in our areas than the Kansases and the Iowas. And they have like, what is it? Iowa's 7% timber in the whole entire state. The whole state only has 7% timber coverage. That's incredibly small. Kansas is low, but it's more than that. So there are less deer there, but then there's exponentially less hunters. And I'd be willing to bet that it's not like there's young people in Kansas that are like, there's probably not a ton of young people. And who did I hear talking about this? Was it Dan Johnson talking about how like young people in Iowa are just they're not able to like start hunting and then go knock on a door and get permission and then get excited about it like he was when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think we need more hunters. I agree with you. But there is that worry that at some point there'll be more people retiring out of it than coming into it. And so we'll never be able to keep up. And then they're going to be doing mass deer culls. Right. Just, with a sharpshooter just killing the deer because we're not killing enough. Right. And even if people started, the people that were still hunting were killing a bunch of does and they're one buck, it wouldn't be enough.
But can we just also talk about to me, why can't we just let nature kind of do its thing? Why are we obsessive over disease and fixing all of these problems with animals and even in general in life? Like, we can't just let nature be nature. Eventually, if you were to say, okay, because personally, when I think about public land around me, it's all overwhelmed, overpressured. I don't want more hunters. I want less hunters. I want less hunters, but good hunters.
What about more hunters, but more access?
I would say the same amount more access. I don't want more hunters at all.
Okay.
I just don't trust people, and 600,000 is a lot of people for me to try and figure out if I can trust you to be a woodsman.
But 300,000 of them you'll probably won't ever see because they're only gun hunting.
Correct. So, what was I saying?
More hunters, not more hunters. We actually don't want more hunters.
Yeah, I had a point, and I never got to it. I think about the woods around me. We have too many hunters. I don't know. It's just become another thing we keep like.
Why can't we let nature take its course?
Yes. So like, if we get to the point where we can't manage the herd properly, and you stop wasting your time on studying CWD, and nature will take its own course. Like, nature will manage itself eventually. It just will. That's what it was meant to do, and it's not going to get to the point where deer take over humans. It's just not. I get what you're saying, where they might say, well, we'll do one of those massive like kill, whatever it's called, where they just hire something.
Did you just say that you don't think if we do nothing that there will not be more deer than humans in the state of Michigan?
No, like not like every single person's gonna never shoot a deer.
Oh.
But I'm not saying adding more hunters is going to change that issue. It's having the hunters that are hunting do the right thing. I just think we are also focusing on trying to manipulate nature's own course, if that makes sense.
Do you think there's anything to correlate with the fact that we continuously eliminate their natural habitat, and so have an obligation to kind of manage them a little bit?
I understand trying to manage them, but I think we're obsessive over fixing, like eliminating disease, eliminating bacteria, we joked about, you had brought up a good point that like when you look at the map they showed of the CWD issues and it was red dots, right? All of the red dots were right around the like
where they do all their testing.
All the testing, like that's not a coincidence.
It can't be.
And in my mind, it's like, okay, so like we're just looking at it right here, like because the idea is that it's just a never-ending money thing.
In my opinion, just like big pharma and human beings, there is no incentive for them to solve any problems.
Right. Because the money stops.
Because then the money stops.
Right. Like, could you imagine if Pfizer fixed the problem?
All of the problems.
Yeah, like they'd be out of business.
Completely out of business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the incentive to do that?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that.
No.
Just like all these scientists who graduate college, they get a job with the state of Michigan to study CWD. They study it for 30 years. They retire, and then the next college graduates continue to do it because they're never going to figure it out. I'm not saying that CWD isn't a thing. I'm saying that we're never going to stop it. We're never going to figure it out. We're never going to stop it. It goes into the ground and it never goes away.
Because nature is bigger than humans.
Way bigger.
So let's stop wasting our time on that.
I agree.
But long story long, I wrapped a couple things into that. It's become another one of those things like trophy hunter to say that we need more hunters. We have a decline in hunters, and I just don't. I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with it either.
I don't know if I have to be the person everybody thinks is an asshole because I don't agree with that or say it, but I would just prefer a little bit less.
I think we owe it to ourselves to keep people engaged. Otherwise, we will be outnumbered with the naysayers, so the PETA people. You know what I mean? Like, we don't ever want to find that we're outnumbered by those folks. So you want to make sure that you have enough people to help balance the herd. You want to make sure you have enough people to have a voice, and so that you're not the super minority like they are in Oregon and Colorado, where they're just banning hunting and fishing because you got a bunch of blue-haired faggots with no dicks anymore making all these rules at a government level that are eliminating all of your rights as a citizen. The few people that are left there that just want to be left the fuck alone and to provide for their own families are having, legislation written that is outlawing all of the things that they love to do by a few fucking weirdos who are now in the majority. So I said a few, but I think those super liberal states over in the Pacific Northwest and West and hell, we're not far from it. And I firmly believe that if you don't have enough people standing up for what's right, you will eventually get taken over by the psychopaths.
Right. And in my mind, I'm trying to think, okay, let's say we have 400,000 hunters in Michigan. That's eliminating a lot. But
seems
that's
like
still
it's
a lot of
better.
people.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's just having more of the stewards stewards of the woods than like just whatever people that only go out 2 days
just a warm
year
body.
And
Yeah.
But I just think it's another thing that I just feel like let's stop saying we are worried about the decline in hunting, and nobody wants more hunters. We want less hunters that are good at what they do. But then it's also like, for some reason I wrote down the science behind why less does is better for bucks. Do we actually have I think that's something that's talked about a lot, but nobody ever really goes into the reasoning behind that. I mean, lightly here and there, but from my understanding is that the goal for having less does being better for bucks is because the does will take over.
Oh, yeah.
And push the bucks out.
Correct.
So managing that herd in that way, that's how you're creating a better buck to doe ratio?
Yes.
Am I saying that properly?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why I said that. Other than the fact, so what I think I was referring to was, I feel like one of the things that was the naysayers for some of the regulations are pushing is that the disease and those types of things with these ratios becomes an issue. So they're going to use that as the why you don't want more bucks, why why it's worse to have a better age class. Because I kept thinking in my mind, I'm like, are these people going to say they just want smaller bucks here. It's okay to just keep hunting small bucks because they're the healthier ones. It's the old ones. We don't want them because they have a better chance of having CWD. Did you hear a lot about that when people were talking?
It's the same argument against trophy hunting.
Yeah.
The trophies are the ones that are going to carry the disease, and the disease is what's hurting these poor animals. So you guys want more of these big deer, it's going to just spread more disease, you fucking pigs. You guys are going about this the wrong way.
Yeah, I was kind of taken aback by like how much you could see that to me CWD is a crutch for an excuse as to why you don't push for change or don't select change, because you don't want the change for the people ultimately. And that's a nasty way of going about it, but like politics is fucking nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that. And I even made the comment leaving there that after you listen to all of this, is there a squirrel over there?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Tina.
Jimmy eats squirrel? It's world, isn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I left there and I said to you that after you take in all of this data and you listen to all of these, you and I like to listen to both sides. Mm-hmm. I was excited to hear what the opposition said and the people for it, and I just wanted to soak it all in, and I liked looking at the data and the numbers. If you were to not vote for change like this, to me, there's
the NRC.
Yes.
Yeah. So you said if the NRC does not vote in favor of doing some sort of a change,
because that's the big thing is we need change, right? That's the big thing that everybody agrees with.
Right.
If you do not vote for something like this that is factually proving that it will help change
with tremendous support,
and
from
even
the community.
Even if let's say it didn't, let's play that role. There's a chance it does.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not vote for that, there is something else going on behind the scenes that is nasty. That is not right.
You mean like typical government?
There is
people getting paid off.
Politics, nasty politics going on. There's money going on. There is shit going on, and it also, and I mean, it ties a lot into the CWD thing and using CWD as a crutch. That could be an opposing crutch from somebody in the NRC.
Sure.
I don't know, man. Those old bucks carry too much disease. So if we want to fix the disease, we got to get Jimmy out of here.
Jimmy the squirrel?
Yeah.
Can you hear him over there?
Yeah.
I wonder if he fell down in the wall cavity.
No, it's windy, so he's hiding.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah, I agree. I think, yes, there's a ton of people. There's a group of people at the meeting that were in opposition to change. There's a bunch of people online that are in opposition to change. The NRC and the DNR agree that something should change to benefit the herd health a little bit better. I agree with you that if the NRC decides to do nothing at their May vote, somebody got bought.
Correct. And to me, it's not a question. It's a very obvious thing.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think that's going to slide anymore. I think after what we saw at that meeting, you're getting too many people almost forcing change because the proof is in the pudding. And it's become obvious that if it doesn't work, there's something going on. And you can't hide that anymore.
Yeah, well, the problem is that they're appointed by the governor. So it isn't like they're elected officials that we really, truly have control over. We have a little control over who we put in the governor's office, which then we would hope. I don't trust that either political party has our best interest in mind anymore. You would hope somebody from a conservative party would put somebody in charge of the NRC. Actually, you'd probably hope that it had a nice balance.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would want to have both sides thinking about items or issues.
The national resources from both.
You can't have it strongly one way or the other.
To me, ultimately, you would just want people in that sole goal is to protect our natural resources, period. I don't care about sides.
Yeah.
Now, you go down a rabbit hole and do you think Gretchen Whitmer is up there trying to protect the hunter? No, she's more focused on protecting the LGBTQIA MMA.
LGBTQ MMA.
Did you see that lady that did that saying, I don't know what she was Canadian, I think.
Canadian, for sure.
And I'm like, holy shit. Do they not realize how stupid they fucking sound? That lady sounds.
Yeah.
MMF, which is like murder kids. murdered kids.
No.
It was MKMMP.WXYZ LGBTQ place and I'm and they said the first MK is like murdered children or murdered kids.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
I swear
There's
to
no way.
the good Lord.
No way.
Hell yeah.
No way.
So my last note, we actually got through my notes.
It's amazing.
Because it's probably everybody's sick of this shit. But like I wrote down, and I'm not sure I understand why I wrote this down and what I was thinking about. But why have we devalued the dough? ? And then I put, because there's too many.
Yeah.
So
which is why the value on the buck is so high.
Yeah. So because I'm always trying to think like that whole idea of like not
like a Pontiac Fiero.
You want a Pontiac Fiero?
There's so few of them. They're
Yeah,
like
it's like-
super amazing.
That's why I used to go to when I needed a car when I was younger, and I'd be like, do you guys still do Grand Ams? And they're like, they don't make Grand Ams anymore. I'm like, damn, it's a fly car
I
though.
don't think Pontiacs even exist
I want Mom's
anymore,
silver
do they?
Grand Am. That thing was fire. It was so flat you would never flip it.
So today, if I see somebody driving a Pontiac Grand Am or a Pontiac Grand Prix, they're up to no good.
Hell yeah.
That person
They're smoking
is
cigarettes.
up to no
They're
good.
underage smoking cigarettes.
That person
Probably
is
doobies.
sex trafficking. They are selling their body for drugs. They are prostituting. They are
For sure, foot jobs. Not foot jobs, but blow jobs. What's
they
that called?
definitely
An auto
do not
job?
have up-to-date tags on their Pontiac.
It's a fucking car, BJ.
I don't know.
A Roadhead. Roadhead.
Roadhead.
Oh my gosh, I'm old.
If you drive a Pontiac of any caliber at this point, any Pontiac vehicle, you
Yeah.
are up to no good.
That's awesome.
100%.
Yeah.
Promise.
Yep.
Mark my word.
So I just that whole idea circles through my head of why you can't get people into killing does is because we have so many. When there's too much of anything, that always becomes the problem, right? Yeah. So once I think you start to minimize the doe herd, you may start to see people having a little more fun shooting does, right? Like that's the only thing I could think of. So, which is like what you said, and the reason why we're so hot and horny over mature bucks is because they don't fucking exist, or they're so few and far between. So our doe killing is so devalued because there's just too many. The population is too great. There's so
that's true for sure.
I don't know. I took that note, not sure why, but I thought it was horny enough too.
I do agree with you. I everything I say always goes back to education. Somehow we've got to educate people that what you are doing for the herd, so does, bucks, fawns, actual flora and fauna, like the trees and the bushes and the shrubs, all of that stuff, everything you do when you hunt is supposed to be enjoyable. You should enjoy getting up early. You should enjoy trekking out in the dark. You should enjoy sitting in peace and quiet. You should enjoy the sunrise. We have to teach that that's the goal.
Right.
But how do you afford to teach that? Because everybody's attention span is this fucking big right now. Mm-hmm. So how do you teach?
Here's my answer.
Yeah.
Because I did it. I lived it. I preach it. You get them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That experience will either change you or it's not going to. If it's not going to, you may not ever be a hunter. And that's fine. Mm-hmm. We don't need any more. But if it does change you for the better, then welcome to the herd ranch.
I got one for you.
Okay.
What if every 3 years you had to do continuing education to get a hunter's license? And you had to read a little bit
That'd be great.
You had to read a little bit, and
Yeah.
you had to answer 20 questions. And if you got your fucking questions wrong, you didn't get your license that year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I realize.
So I think that that's actually not a bad idea. I think you may have to tweak that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a bad test taker.
Then get better.
No, I don't want to. But so I'm like that's where I would be instantly sweating bullets regardless. And I don't think I don't deserve a license.
You should be taking it seriously. Okay, maybe not.
But do you get what I'm saying? I'm playing.
You can't take your test again for 30 days.
Like you just there is that needs to happen. But yes, you need to tweak on how you get your milk.
The cow?
Yeah.
So I heard the DNR say, we can't do this because of the amount of money and time it would take.
Right.
And I say, tough shit. This state takes enough of our taxes, raise the prices of the tags,
because
get enough money, and fix this
You'll
shit.
put that money towards a new CWD project.
Oh, 100%. You'll give it right to another CWD
but you won't
30-year
do
project.
You won't do a tag for...
You won't do an earn a buck
tag
because it's too expensive and difficult.
Yep. That was what they were talking about.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to
26.
implement any changes in 2026 because some of the licenses have already been sold.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be too difficult to either refund those people money, or how about you just say, hey, listen, if you can bring that tag in, we'll just give you another one. Bring it in. We'll just give you another one.
Just go to e-tags.
Just honor it.
Mm-hmm.
Just honor that tag this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But make it in 2026. Everything's, we don't have enough money. Bull fucking shit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Figure it out. No more excuses.
Right.
So I say, if it's difficult to create a continuing education program in order to get a hunting license, then none of this is worth it. It can't be too expensive to make anything better.
So there are going to be people that hate that because they don't want to put the effort in.
They already hate everything.
But I think you are taking the life of something.
Yeah.
You should absolutely be required to educate yourself on that at some degree on a cycle basis.
I have a builder's license. I have a residential builder's license. I have to take continuing education every 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to build a fucking building. Why? Because the laws change, the codes change,
Mm-hmm.
the rules and regs change. Things change. So does hunting.
Mm-hmm.
The wildlife, the woods are always evolving. The herd health is always changing. Illnesses, disease, regulations, all of it's always changing. Why shouldn't, if I'm going to get a license for that, why shouldn't I have to take a fucking 20-question quiz?
But that's what I'm saying. You're also using a fucking weapon
To
around
kill
other
something.
people to take the life of
Yeah.
something. Yes.
I don't feel like continuing education. I know it would be annoying, but so fucking what, man?
Yeah, but there's not whatever.
20 questions?
That would for sure flush out the shitty hunters.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to do it.
Now, the argument could be made, well, they're just going to shoot whatever they want anyway. Which
But
that's always happening.
It's always going to be there.
already happening.
That's why I said if you hate this that much, fucking,
gonna do
you're
whatever
going
you
to do
want.
whatever you want anyways.
Correct.
If
So
you
shut
live
the
in
fuck up.
Colorado and they take away hunting, guess what I'm going to do?
I'm going to hunt.
I'm going to fucking hunt
And
anyways.
I'm going to learn how to process my own elk,
Yeah.
my own deer, my own whatever, and I'm going to sustain myself, and no one's going to fucking know.
Mm-hmm. So like that's always going to be there.
Yes.
I don't know.
I agree, man. I do. I think it will.
So
But again, their argument is always money, and I always say, no excuses.
Mhm.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
yeah, I just don't think we need to be doing printout tags anyways.
No.
So
Completely unnecessary.
I mean, you've got a state that
A lot of
has
people like it, but so what?
70,000 hunters, and they're doing
E-tags.
they're advanced technologically more than we are.
Yeah.
And fuck, I'll pay a little more for a tag. I don't care.
Yeah. 100%.
Even if it was $30.
Right.
Like, whatever. Like the argument, it's a case of beer. Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's exactly right.
Like, I just think there's so many things that, I don't know, that have been frustrating me after listening to everything happen the other day. And it was really, really nice to just be present.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say, regardless of what you think, you should be present in those every once in a while. Try to make as many as you can, because
It was a long day. It was annoying.
so eye-opening to
Yeah.
see what data is being pushed and what people are saying what and what's out there and what people think, and meeting new people regardless of like the guy we met. We didn't really meet him, but we liked him, and he was opposed to the regs. He was very opposed to $1. He had that sweet mustache, and he had the sandals and the socks.
Oh, yeah.
And he walked
Fuck
up,
it,
he
I'll
was
get a
like,
monster.
"Is that coffee good? Is this
Oh,
coffee
yeah.
good?" He's like, "Fuck it, I'll get a monster."
He was like 70 years old at
Yeah.
least. He was an old man.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't, like I said, I just like meeting people.
Yeah.
I like meeting good people. I don't care if you're opposing what I think.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make me not like you.
Sure.
I don't like that there's emotional name calling going on between some of the sides and some of the people. I don't think that's appropriate. But I like that old man that hated it. That guy that had 10 minutes to talk. I
The
totally
first one.
Yeah, I respect that guy. Like I respect what he's talking about. But like we don't have to agree. But
Sure.
like I like you, old man. You know what I mean? Like.
Now get the fuck out of here.
But so it was very cool to see. Yeah, get the fuck. They did. You notice everybody that opposed it left.
Oh yeah.
They talked and left. They were like, I did. It was funny, but it was cool to see and meet new people and see everybody that we knew there and
Yeah. It was good to see a lot of faces.
yeah, the
this time.
community camaraderie.
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 Oof.
The gash, the cum gash.
Don't ever say that again.
Okay.
I got a question for you. Recently, I had done a straight shooter where I solicited some questions from Instagram, and a couple of them came in too late for me to have, and I got them in here.
Okay.
And so I'm going to bring you in on a couple of these.
Okay.
And then I'm going to jump up and go adjust that camera real quick. Thinking about deer names, we name deer.
Yeah.
Okay. We think about what they look like, what their antlers look like, what their bodies look like. And then we try to use like puns when we name them. Mm-hmm. If a deer were to look at you, what would it name you?
Oh, wow. Whoa. Somebody asked that? Holy cannoli. I like dreidel or top has always been something I like to like when I look at myself that I think
Power top?
Power
Are you a power
top?
top?
Yeah.
You're not a power bottom.
No,
You're a power top.
like the top that like I think of the toy that you
You spin.
that you spin that's small on the bottom and gets wider as it goes up.
Yes.
Gosh, I don't know. Morbid angel because I'm morbidly obese, but I'm also beautiful. But like the puns are tough because I can tell you what the thought process would be behind it. Because there's those deer that you see in our woods that are, they may not have the biggest rack, but they are fat daddies.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like there's some 6s that are just fucking girthy and beautiful and bigger than the 8s.
Do you think deer have a sense of humor? Like, would they use puns to name us, or would they just would they just be insulting?
I think that their personalities can have. I don't know how they handle laughing, but I know that they can get angry and that they have emotions, right?
They could be. I've seen young deer be very playful. Mm-hmm. They're very lustful at a certain time of year.
Definitely love to fuck.
They get angry. They've got to have.
So have you ever seen?
They've got to have all of the emotions.
Have you seen hyenas' dicks?
No.
Well, which the women have dicks too.
Do they look like a hammerhead shark?
It's just fucking sticks way out and like wiggles around like crazy, and they'll piss and dance and shit.
Oof, that's
and
unfortunate.
Spray the piss all over the place.
Maybe
it's
I
really
have.
fucking
That does sound
interesting.
familiar.
Yeah, is that and I was reading that even the women have dicks.
Oh God.
So
Just like America in 2026.
Clitorises. Well, so anyways,
what would a deer name you? So top? Power top?
Yeah, but then you'd have to come up with a pun on that, which is
no. It
typically...
can just be a name.
So the way that my brain works is I find your physical traits, your physical characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
We already have a sort of a theme, and then we then I dig into a pun based around that. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would do. So if I look at myself and I think of myself as girthy, short, voluptuous, wide, beautiful, sensual, I think I would be an angrier animal. Now I'm like if I was a deer, you know what I mean? Like I would be lustful. I would also be playful, but I think I would also be a little more angry because I'd be allowed to.
What would you as a deer name you? What would a deer name you?
But I'm still trying to come up with the name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe like Thurston Hughes. Because he's a thick.
Okay.
Fucking, he's intelligent, but he's thick, and he's also funny and goofy looking, but also cute.
Who is Thurston Hughes?
Me?
Oh, I thought it was a real person you were
I'm
talking
a thirst
about.
Trap.
Okay.
I'm also thirsty.
You are a thirst trap. Yeah.
I'm a wide drink of water.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have a business, and I take care of my family, so I'm a Hughes.
You also
I could
sound
be
like
a
wealthy.
Junior.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not, but I'm just saying, like,
Sure, I got you. Okay,
Yeah. Is
that's
that a good
fine.
enough
Yeah,
answer?
that's a good
Thurston
name.
Hughes,
Yeah.
the third?
Sure.
Like I've got dads.
All right. Do you believe that there are midget bow hunters?
Whoa.
Have you ever seen a midget bow hunter? And did they use like a kid's bow? Like those little guys up there?
They'd have to be a crossbow hunter. No, because they wouldn't be able to pull up they wouldn't be able to cock.
Excuse me, cock?
They wouldn't be able to cock the crossbow.
Unless it's got the crank on it like Nate's had.
Oh, the crank. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. Tony, James.
Mm-hmm.
So, also, interesting deer name. Thurston Crank.
Yeah.
I don't know why Thurston.
I don't either. So midget bow hunters, do they exist?
No, it's impossible. I don't think that they physically can. I don't think they'd have any draw length. I don't think they'd be able to use a crossbow. I think they'd get hurt. I don't think they can walk through the woods because their legs are too small. So I think they would have to hunt.
Tripping over an acorn?
Just like the guys that put the stand up in their backyard. They'd have to hunt right in the backyard.
Yeah. Adam is so burdened by the fact that somebody that lives up the road from me has 3 deer hunting.
So it's
There's
not
a ladder stand, a
I'm
ground
not
blind.
judging or burdened by it. It's one of those things where I can't imagine. So literally, you walk out your front door and you walk 20 feet across your driveway, and then you have a tree ladder stand in that tree
Mm-hmm.
on your driveway edge by the road. Like there's no,
Dude, if someone were to say to you, use this paintbrush and paint a picture of Michigan, that's it.
yeah. And then on the
Ladder
other
stand in
side
your
of his
front
driveway,
yard.
he had another ladder stand, and then just behind that ladder stand was the edge of his property, and there was a nice blind on the ground. And I'm thinking, holy shit, man, you literally walk out your front door. Or it's the idea of like, I mean, I know people that are like, yeah, I just opened the window and shot a buck out on my kitchen window. I don't personally find any satisfaction in that.
I have such a hard time hunting if I can see my truck or a house.
Like, do you want to kill deer on this property?
No.
Yeah, that's not. It's not I'm not drawn to that.
If I were struggling like as a family and I needed to put food on the table, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hunt, I want to go hunt something.
Yeah,
That's just killing,
right.
and that's not what I want to do. Yeah.
Well, and that guy's hunting, but his thing is just
No, he's not.
he wants to walk out to his driveway and
That's not hunting.
I will
It's
give him-
waiting.
he's climbing into a stand.
Yeah.
I wonder if he can't use gun, right? He's too close
No,
to,
definitely no gun.
to the house.
He's too close to everybody's
and
house
the
right
road
there.
and the neighbors.
And this isn't even a big, like, it's not like he's got 800 yards between his front door and the road. He's got 100 feet.
I would say the woods on each side of the driveway are like 50 yards by 50 yards.
Yeah. And he's got all those stands in his front yard. And that's not the only house by me that's got that setup. There's another house between my house and my parents' house that has a ladder stand. They have a little more frontage, but they still only have about 100 yards between their front door and the road, and there's a fucking ladder stand in there.
So let me ask you a question then. So I drive by a lot of houses where right outside the back door in the backyard is a like a blind. What's the difference between that and just staying in your house? Why not just stay in your house?
I agree with you.
I mean, like for some reason that is enough to go out of your back door and climb up in that blind like 20 feet from your back door.
I can't do it.
It's an interesting.
I could do it, but I
method.
don't want to do it.
I just think you might as well just stay in your house.
Yeah.
You can at least roam around naked.
Yeah, have coffee and then just slide that fucking door open when it's
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's it's largely a thing around here
It's
because I see
very
a lot of
largely,
it.
it is very largely a thing.
And like Kelly always reminds me, she has never met anybody like you and I. Like in her whole life, hunting wise, has never met anyone that cares about it like you and I do. And she doesn't know the people we know either.
Mhm.
But she knows people who hunt, and we meet a lot of people that hunt that. We think a lot more about other things involved in hunting than just.
She knows a lot of people who kill deer.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah.
The typical Michigan hunter, they go up north, opening weekend, they sit over a corn pile and they shoot a couple of deer. And they are hunters.
Mm-hmm.
To most people, they are considered hunters. And that is not.
You know what? They
that
never
is not
talked about
hunting.
baiting. I thought that was part of one of the regulations they were introducing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They
I don't remember if they
didn't
talked
at
about
all.
it at all. I don't think that's under a regulation. I think that's under legislation, which is different, meaning
right.
that they're not going to vote on it. It's just going to be either somebody at the state level is going to write a bill that's going to get either passed or not. And then this is the last thing I had, and I really thought was because we talked about the other things. Do you remember when we were younger, there was a rumor that Marilyn Manson had a rib removed so he could suck his own dick?
Yep.
That was pre-internet.
Yeah.
How did that spread around the whole entire United States?
That's probably true. Right? I mean, like, in my mind. Okay. Have you ever. Okay, I can't ask you a question because you're not fucking here. There is a game that we had to play somewhere at some time, and it was like a training thing where you would all get in a circle. One person would have a sentence, and they'd tell the first person, and that person was to, like, then whisper it to the next person, and you told and then at the end they read it out loud, and it would be totally fucking different. Yeah. So it just showed you how much
things change.
Things change just by the spread of word in a small group. Mm-hmm. So imagine that, like, maybe he broke his toe and he had to get a bone taken out of his foot, and then by the time it hit Michigan from L.A., he had gotten his rib removed so he could suck his own dick. You know what I mean? Like,
isn't that amazing?
It's amazing how much people fuck up everything.
And everybody thought that he was from the Wonder Years. Didn't everybody think that he was the one dude from the Wonder Years?
That I don't know.
So anyway, this rumor started that Marilyn Manson had a rib removed so he could suck his own cock. Marilyn Manson, when this came out, was putting out content, so audio content, songs, videos that parents did not like.
Right.
Was that started by a parent? Did a parent plant that seed so that everyone hated them so he could go away?
Yeah. Could have been.
Well, why would a kid make that
But
up?
here's the other thing. It also could be true.
It could be.
And I would hate to, like, say it's not, because, and if it is, like, kudos to him then.
Yeah.
But, like,
that's a lot of commitment.
The only reason I believe that it's not true is because I think that unless that's his fetish, he could just get his dick sucked by whoever he wants at that point in your life.
But what if that's not what he likes?
That's what I'm saying. Unless it's he
could
wants
only come
to do
when
it
he sucks
himself.
his own dick.
Yeah. So, like, if he has to suck his own dick.
Have you ever seen the meme that says "Don't ever suck your own dick"? It doesn't actually feel like getting your dick sucked. It's more like you're actually sucking dick.
No, but now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I probably wouldn't. I can't focus on. You're asking me to focus on the way
Two
it
things at
feels
one
on my
time?
pee-pee and my mouth working to do the work. So yeah, what takes over?
Yeah, apparently it's apparently on. The
I'd have
internet.
to, like, numb my mouth so that I'm just, like, loosely choking on my own. It's not gonna happen. Have you seen my flexibility, my stomach,
your dick? No,
my lard, my bloat,
I've seen
and
your
the
body.
size of my wiener?
No.
I have a 20-pound ball sack and a 2-inch dick. So I have this pair of shorts that I don't know why I don't throw them out. But there was a little hole in the, like, right at the gooch.
Yeah.
And I don't have a taut small ball sack.
I don't know that.
Oh, I have a very large.
I still thought it was taut.
It is. Depends on what's going
Temperature?
on during the day.
Oh.
I guess temperature. I don't know. But the balls are also not small. But the sack is still too big. So the hole was small, and I would sit there, and I would only wear them at night. I don't wear anything under them. They're my PJs. But nowadays, the hole has gotten bigger. So, like, I was wearing them the other night. It might have even been last night. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my whole right nutsack and nut was stuck outside of it. And I was pulling it through from inside to get my sack and ball back in my pants. And Kel's, like, looks at it. And it's like that whole gum thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's gum on my pants. She's like, just fucking throw them away.
I'm
let me
she
sew
hasn't
them.
Throwing them away.
She offered to sew them, and I'm like, we can just throw them out. But, like, I don't know. I don't even know why that was necessary to tell, but you're welcome.
We were talking about your giant ball sack.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Marilyn Manson.
Yes.
I also just saw a clip of him saying that he was told that he was being recruited as a young man by the CIA.
Really?
Because his father had, again, I'm fairly certain I'm getting this right. His father had something to do with them, and he has some gift, almost like an autism kind of thing, like a tic, where he memorizes things really quickly.
Huh.
And that gift was thought of as valuable by the CIA a long time ago, and that the CIA was asking his parents to groom him to then work for the CIA. I wonder if that's true.
I would
or if he
believe
was
that.
just fucking lying.
I would also believe that.
Because whatever happened to him?
He's a unique individual. I see him nowadays. I mean, I think he's actually cleaned up quite a bit lately. I think he had to stop because of legal issues he was getting into with like
diddling and stuff.
allegations.
Yeah.
Of just, I think, like assault on women, like
The days of diddling are done.
sexually rapey type stuff with girlfriends that
Yeah.
were not of underage, but like of age.
Right. Just forcing himself upon
So
them.
the last few interviews, he's still the way he is, but like he was nice. He was talking about normal things.
Yeah.
He's into fashion big time. Go Fig. L.A. Fucking A. Stupid idiots over there.
Yeah, fucking idiots.
I mean,
that's all I had.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sure.
Marilyn Manson.
I don't think he removed his rib to suck his own dick.
I do not believe that he had a rib removed to suck his own cock, but I do believe he was probably being recruited to work for the CIA at some point. Like, I feel like that's pretty strange to make up.
Yeah, I believe that. I think I had heard that too, that his dad was in the CIA or something.
Yeah.
How else do you get in the line? He was in the limelight. Remember, they kind of made it like he was sitting in the audience at MTV that one day, and they interviewed him, and he had his lunchbox. And there's no way, dude. You were groomed. I think everybody's kind of groomed to be in that spot.
Yeah.
I don't think you just magically appear. You're not magically in NSYNC.
I also feel like there was another rumor about who he really was. What is the rumor about Marilyn Manson?
You look like a
and
serial
the
killer.
Wonder right now.
Yeah. Because your wig is disheveled.
The long-running rumor regarding Marilyn Manson in the Wonder Years is that the shock rocker grew up to be Paul Pfeiffer, the nerdy, bespectacled best friend of Kevin Arnold on the popular sitcom. So the rumor was that he was Paul Pfeiffer, the kid from Wonder Years, and grew up.
See, I
being
don't
Marilyn
know
Manson.
who that Paul Pfeiffer is. I have to go look and see.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
No. It was just a rumor.
So then I had
remember
a
that too.
question from somebody to discuss our wig collection. That was the only comment I got from my video that I
because
posted
you were wearing
the
a wig?
moment we got here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think people want to know why you have them.
So my wig collection comes from a inability to plan for Halloween costumes and the ability to get wigs on very short notice from Amazon.
I think that's a big one.
that is it. That is wholeheartedly where it comes
What
from.
is the one you're wearing right now?
So I wanted to be Napoleon Dynamite one year.
Very much so.
And it came as a nerd kit, and it had glasses and this wig.
You also look like a fucking cunty nerd.
I am a cunty nerd.
Yeah. Like chick cunty nerd.
Oh, like a
But
bitch
a chick
nerd.
with a beard? A bitch nerd?
A bitch
Did you
nerd.
say?
I didn't say a bitch nerd.
And then my wig is, so the kids get wigs. I haven't bought one for myself, but my son had to do a project based upon like an older movie star. And at the time, him and I were watching Jiminy Glick videos, which is Martin Short. He would interview people dressed in a fat suit, and he was known as Jiminy Glick. And Porter very much enjoyed his videos. So he chose to be Martin Short. And this was, when you looked up a Martin Short wig, this is what there was. So we bought it. And so then what they did in school was they were in the gym and they all stood at their table with their whole, board set up as who they were. And he had to stand there and give a presentation. And he wore this wig and a suit. And it was phenomenal. Like, he nailed it. But now, this thing just roams around the house, and all of a sudden the kids will come out with it, or they'll be playing with their friends and have it on, and it's just a phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
Like, it looks ridiculous. Like, I'm a dyke.
It actually looks great. You do look like a middle school or an elementary school secretary.
I also think it's awesome to look at it and know what it's like if I had this hair. Like, what I would look like in another life with another head of hair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are there other wigs at your house?
We had a wig I couldn't find that is a straight cut but longer kind of bob black wig, and
Rice
it was
not ramen.
Yes, rice not ramen. We're gonna get those shirts made.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one year for Halloween at the rail yard for the Halloween party. Our family was who's like Gru and the Minions. So the kids that worked with like for me were the Minions. I was Gru, and my kids were, the daughter and the son, and Kelly was the mom or whatever. And Porter's wig was for the little guy with the orange tracksuit, and he's got the black hair with the straight cut bangs. And it's a fucking awesome wig, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, all of our wigs. So we've had we have an Elsa wig from Frozen.
Oh hell yeah!
And there's a red curly long wig that looks like a Cyndi Lauper wig, and then we've got another blonde wig. And we also have a wig like it was for Ken. It was a
Barbie and
called Ken. Yes,
oh yeah,
like from Barbie and Ken. And
that's
what I was looking for.
Oh gosh, Ken's gay. Like, have we crossed that bridge yet?
No.
Have we tackled that in the society?
No.
Ken's a fag.
Has to be.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Does he fuck Barbie ever?
Not
because he doesn't have a dick. I know that,
so,
but like in the movies,
I don't know. I've never seen.
Do they ever?
I've never watched. I've never watched the Barbie
nowadays.
movie.
Barbie would have a dick.
Yeah,
but
fuck Ken.
Yes, he'd be pegging.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen? I'm sorry, but this just popped in my head. Have you ever seen? What's it called? It's a pornography style, but it's where the woman like fucks the dude, but looks like she's kind of fucking him. Is it Amazonian?
I don't know.
It's a style. So she's like
he's on his back with his legs up.
Yeah, but she like stands.
She pulls his boner back,
and she stands there in between his legs and puts his dick in her.
I've seen that,
and it's really kind of goofy.
Yeah, very athletic.
It's very interesting. Like the styles that are out there that weren't when I was a kid is interesting. But
what do you think that is? It just to hit a different spot?
I think that
people are bored.
I think people are bored, and you get
good
to
old missionary.
I think nowadays this might be a whole nother topic. I think women really like to degrade men.
Oh yeah,
it's a power thing.
Oh yeah.
So like that and I think men like it sometimes. It's become a fetish. So like
soft, weak men.
Yeah. So instead of pegging, they were like, I'll go as far as to like get in that position, but she still's riding my dick. So it looks like she's fucking him.
She's in control,
but actually, he's the vulnerable.
So he's the submissive one,
but he's still bone dogging it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do. Yeah. Oh, I can't stop thinking about it.
So what would you say your favorite movie of all time is? Do you have one?
Goonies.
Is it Goonies?
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about this lately because as we
just
talked
because
about,
it reminds me of my childhood.
You said Cyndi Lauper,
but I also really liked Rad.
I don't remember Rad at all.
It's a BMX bike
really?
Movie. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to look that up. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Maybe before my time. You're older than me. But it just reminds me of my youth.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately Goonies, which Goonies is one of my top movies.
Like I also like The Rock.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Face Off. Do you remember Face Off?
Yeah, I like The Rock more than Face Off.
I do too. Because technology has made it to where music and movies are things from the past aren't in front of you anymore. So like you don't think it. Like when I think about music, sometimes I'm like, what did I used to listen to?
Yeah.
And I can't think of anything. So I've been thinking a lot about movies that I haven't thought about, and they're completely wiped from my brain.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it pops in my brain. I'm like, that is what I used to write down as like my MySpace page would have said. My favorite movie is The Boondock Saints.
Oh, I forgot about Boondock Saints.
It's a fucking awesome movie.
I think about them and I just forget the name.
Yeah.
But I just said one to you the other day. Remember what I said?
A movie?
Yeah.
Oof. Where?
Nuns on the Run.
Yeah, which I don't fully remember that either. But were they robbing banks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were British, and there was a chubby one. But I remember watching Nuns on the
'cause I
Run
looked it up.
and laughing my ass off at it.
Yeah, you had me look them up at like maybe dinner. And then, but there was also the movie where they were all presidents that robbed banks. It was like Point Break era. Was that Point Break?
It was Point Break.
Yeah, there you go. Great movie.
Yeah.
The original.
Yes, the original
It's been
Point
remade.
Break was a great movie.
Keanu Reeves
that was a
and
good movie.
the guy who died from Roadhouse.
Nick Nolte.
Roadhouse. Great movie. The original.
Yeah, was that Nick Nolte or was that Gary Busey? It was Gary Busey.
That was the head.
Nick Nolte. Was it Nick Nolte
the
or Gary
popo?
Busey? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Nick Nolte or
I
Gary
think it's
Busey?
Nick Nolte.
I think you're right.
But who was the guy that Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze. God bless his soul. R.I.P. My friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're gonna go Goonies. I'm gonna go Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Goonies is a close top movie for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Not
stick with
Twilight.
Goonies.
Okay.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Twilight.
Did you say Twilight?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
We were watching it the other day. I thought it'd be a good movie for the kids, and then Kelly was like, "Get that off," because there's like soft kissing,
Yeah.
like loving.
Passionate kissing.
Why is she texting me?
Who?
Oh, no.
Are you late?
When my sister-in-law texts me, it's usually because my wife's not answering her phone, and so she's like, "Is she okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she's probably jumping on the trampoline with the kids or something." But yeah, I mean, that's all. I did. That was a random question at the end to learn a little bit more
like
about
it.
who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just think that was my era.
Great name for me if a deer, Chunk.
Mm-hmm.
People would I'd even do the truffle shuffle for people on occasion.
I think they would belittle me about my missing tooth, like Jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, I think they would really hit me where it hurts.
Shack-o'-lantern
Fucking One-Eyed
if you're
Willie,
black.
because I got a
One-Eyed Willie's a good one.
One-Eyed
yeah.
Willie from Goonies.
Yep.
Jack-o'-lantern because of my missing tooth. I think they would go at me at my physical characteristics, just like we do about them.
Yeah.
And ours are not always demoralizing.
No.
They're actually complimentary.
Yeah, they're usually good things.
Yeah.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I've been struggling to name them ahead of time, but that's because I don't study them like you used to. I don't think we've taken the time to really study the
No,
deer.
they got to be really special.
Yeah.
Like Hot and Ready.
It more has been like, yeah. It's more been, the ones in Hillsdale especially have more been just after I killed them, what was the one, what did I call the one this year? Because he was popping cum in that dough. It's
I don't
a song.
remember.
Future, or MC Breed.
Oh, MC Breed. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he was
right.
breeding
Which
a
is
dough.
why yes. Now I remember now. Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of the names nowadays come to me
Yeah.
after the killing.
After the fact.
After
Sure,
the
that makes
harvesting.
sense.
Yeah. So anyways. I don't know.
All right.
Are we done?
I think so. You done?
Yeah, I
Heading
think I
up?
got to poop.
Okay. Thanks everybody for listening. We will talk to you all later.
Goodbye.
Bye.